Hello, everyone, and welcome to Collector's Figure. Today we have a good panel tonight. We have Blue Tattoo, Michael Elliott, and Big Collector here this evening. We're here to talk Hawkeye, we're here to talk Spider-Man, we're here to talk new figures released and announced. So let's get right into it. Big Collector, haven't seen you in a while. So
Yeah.
you gotten
just
anything new
just
lately?
internet. Well, I did go see No Way Home. That was very exciting. And then I also recently just purchased the Deadpool, the zombie Deadpool.
Oh,
So
nice.
that's on the way. Hopefully before Christmas.
That would be nice.
Hell yeah.
But,
Very good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
pretty much it.
Michael Elliott, get anything new this past week?
Oh yeah, definitely. And just like to say hello to Big Collectors. I guess it's my first time meeting you, sir.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah.
Nice meeting you.
So I think I told you guys last week that there was this one more piece that I wanted to get from the Dune series that dropped, the McFarlane.
Yep.
So I wound up going back and getting Baron Harkonnen, or Harkonnen as some would
Oh,
say.
nice.
And let me tell you guys, this thing's a beast. McFarlane might as well get into 6 scale, because this is really what it is. But
Mm-hmm.
now it took me a little time to get him on his base, because there is a ball that literally goes, you know where, and the ball is too big for the hole. So I wound up, eventually turning him, well, taking the pole here and just hitting it against the porcelain bathroom tub. Figured that wouldn't break. And finally got up there, so now he's actually floating. But look at the size of this monster, man. Just huge.
Nice.
And the only problem, well, it's not a problem. This is really more a statue than anything, because the only articulation is in the shoulders and the wrists. The arms go
Okay.
up and down. Other than that, nothing else is articulated, but just great detail. This thing feels like it weighs a ton. Seriously, McFarlane might as well go ahead and start getting in the 6 scale. He just came out with a Swamp Thing,
Oh, nice.
and it's the biggest figure that he's ever released. It is huge. It just dwarfs anything that they've done so far.
That's awesome.
So yeah, so I got him. Well, I got the other 2 figures giving him a hard time. But yeah, that was. Oh, and then the other thing, I love. Do you guys have Ollie's where you are?
Mm-mm.
It's an
I do.
outlet chain. I didn't know that there were any in my area until I Googled it in. But as I watched some of the other YouTube channels, or at least some of the other guys who do the 6, 7, 8-inch figures, Ollie's is an outlet. And the cool thing about them is that you can go into them and find Marvel Legends and Star Wars Black Series figures, from months past, sometimes for 50, 75% off. I've gotten Marvel Legends there for $5, $10, and some Black Series there as well. But every once in a while, I love when I find something it's not so much obscure, but something that I have no attachment to, but it's a figure that I'm like, oh, that's pretty interesting. So another thing that I found there is that every once in a while, NECA figures pop up. I got
That's cool.
Assassin's Creed I got for $9, and then I got this one. This apparently figure came out. Let me see if I can grab him. I did a kit bashing here as well. I turned another figure into a companion for him. Hold on a second. All right, yeah, so this is Damon Baird, and he's from a series called Gears of War. And the funny thing about this is it's like this figure, I guess, was originally released in 2013, and you kind of wonder, so how does he pop up brand new in a box in stores in 2021? But the detail on this figure is just outstanding. It's NECA. See if I can. But man, and there's even, I mean, the weathering. I tell you, this might have better detail from a figure back in 2013 than most figures today. And you know, McFarlane, as much as I love his stuff, sometimes I think he cheats us on not giving us a full paint job. This thing is amazing in detail. So, and I got him at Ollie's for $7. So,
Nice. Yeah,
you know,
NECA does a really good
I
job,
love
especially
yeah.
on a smaller scale.
I love the bargain hunt for great deals. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, the Harkonnen, originally $40. I got it
Oh,
for
yeah.
$11.
Dang.
Target
Yeah.
clearance.
Nice.
That's usually where I see them too, is Target.
Yeah. Patience is a virtue. Wait till they go on clearance. Don't be an impulse buyer.
Oh, I wish I could. I wish we were there on Friday. It told me that because I did not impulse buy. I should have the new Stormtrooper coming out that just came out, the Mandalorian one. I should have that hopefully this week.
Oh, okay. Very good.
And then I got Spider-Man sitting
Was
over
that
there.
the new Hot Toys one?
Yeah, the one they released from the Mandalorian, the Stormtrooper. And then I got
Oh, okay.
Which one is that?
my Far From Home Spider-Man,
Oh, the Far From Home.
the homemade suit.
Ooh.
There you go.
We're getting that review done later tonight.
Nice. Yeah, I've been eyeing that one for a while.
And then my zombie Deadpool has actually been delayed.
Oh man.
So
Oh.
they're
By
kinda jerking me
long?
around. Hopefully it
mine
won't be
doesn't
too much
leak.
longer. I don't know. I just got an email about it. It says, yeah, we haven't gotten payment yet. I was like, oh yeah,
Oh yes,
bullshit.
you.
Let me show you the receipt.
Oh man. See, I'm telling you guys, I gotta stay away from the 6-scale world. I would be ballistic. I can't remember who I was listening to
Wait, where did you
earlier.
get yours from? Oh.
Toys Wonderland. I gotta wait apparently one more day because it's a 7-day thing before it exactly ships. Which technically it would.
I
be,
ordered mine from there, and it just went straight through.
Yeah, that's what was weird because my Spider-Man went right through as soon as I paid it, and then because I had those two on payment plan, and then I paid the shipping, and then he shipped, and then I outright bought the Stormtrooper, full out. I just paid for it, and then that shipped, and that's over in Cincinnati right now, so I'll probably be getting that either tomorrow or the day or Wednesday. But then, yeah, Deadpool's still sitting over there. I don't know why Deadpool's still sitting over there, but he is.
When are you supposed to get yours, Big? Big collector.
Well, I did like the 3 to 4 option, so it should be here hopefully before Christmas Friday, but I don't know yet. But it did it shipped yesterday or no today. Yeah, shipped today. So hopefully
That's cool.
it arrives. But yeah.
Hopefully. It looks pretty cool. Can't wait to review it. Blue, you getting anything?
The gore looks really good.
The
Which
what?
one?
I think the two of you said something on top of each other. I don't know if you heard each other's answer or response.
Oh.
Somebody
I was wondering
said
what
somebody
Big
said
Collector
something about
said last
glore or gore. Blue, was that you?
Oh
No,
yeah,
it's Big Collector.
I said the gore looks really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
the gore.
Oh, the gore of the zombie. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they did a really good job detailing him. So,
Yeah.
looking forward to seeing that figure.
Yeah, it is very detailed.
Mm-hmm.
see the rib cage and all that stuff. The thing I really like is that weird floating head.
Oh yeah.
It just looks so cool. It reminds you of like some old, head magazine, like Mad Magazine or something. It's just wacky
Mhm.
Yep.
for no reason. You know?
Oh,
I believe they named him, right? Isn't that Headpool or something like that?
Headpool, yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Mhm.
Oh boy.
But I got Marty McFly coming tomorrow.
Oh, good for you.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the NECA one at Walmart in clearance.
Oh, nice.
Marty McFly. I didn't get it though because it looked like it had been opened and then resealed.
Oh,
And I'm not taking any chances. I don't care even if it is in clearance.
You know, that's funny because I went to Target the other day and I saw one of the Marty McFly's. His arm was broken off in the box. And I'm like,
dang.
who does that? So
Well, you know what I'm
Someone's
seeing
off the
on a
channel,
lot of
Marty.
YouTube channels. These guys are going into their Walmarts and they have this one particular LeBron James
Oh,
figure.
yep.
And people
yeah.
are stealing the heads off of LeBron. So you go into a Target, you go down the aisle, you look over there, and there's a bunch of LeBron James with no heads on them. And
Mhm.
apparently they're selling them on like eBay for like $400 or $500 and stuff a head. But I have
Yeah.
to say that the shoppers
God.
here in the Midwest, we have a little bit more class and tact. I haven't seen that going on here. But my
That's good.
goodness, I've been seeing in so many of these YouTube channels. There's a LeBron right over here. No head, but there's LeBron. It's like, oh my goodness, man.
Yeah, I noticed a few of those. It's terrible.
It is, because you know what happens? See, this is what ruins it for us. So what happens is this continues, and now they're going to start boxing things up to the point where they're going to start putting plexiglass, on plexiglass with little keys. Oh, I want to look at that figure and that figure.
They'll be in cases like
That's right.
like
Keep
the
playing
video
around.
games. Mhm.
Keep
Well,
vandalizing.
Were they covered? Like, was it a whole case?
No,
Or
they were open.
No,
okay, well, they should have boxed their stuff up then.
dude, McFarlane's Batmobile. The whole thing's exposed.
Oh,
Have
the
you
new
seen
one?
that? Have you seen that? Have you seen this Batmobile in the? I mean, I bought it. I got it back here. But have you seen it in the store? It's like fully exposed. There's nothing around it. It's just a base that it sits down into and a piece of cardboard that goes over behind it. But everything's exposed. You can throw anything at it you want. Pop a little cockroach in it from your pocket. Anything. It's crazy, man.
I only wonder if they started selling Hot Toys figures at Target and Walmart. And all
Oh,
those
it
other
never have.
stores.
Oh yeah, no.
Ooh.
Sideshow would throw a fit.
Yeah.
I can barely, man. Here I am with that Todd McFarlane again. But he comes out with figures and they're not even showing up in my store. I say, right now I got a second version of it. I'm like, I haven't gotten your first yet, man. The Bat Cycle still hasn't gotten here. Spawn Redeemer still hasn't gotten here. But they've been hanging in Target stores all over the place, for months.
Yeah,
Not in
still
my
waiting on
Target.
still waiting on my Princess Bride figures.
I love the guy, but come on, man. Well, I know he's not responsible for distribution. I guess I couldn't, fault
Yeah, he
him.
is. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he is. Well, his name's on it, so-
Thanks, Blue. Blue's giving me a reason. But I mean, we all know that there's no rhyme or reason to some of the things he does. I just can't figure it out. It's like, why did you give me this accessory with this? I don't need this. And then he turns around and gives you an accessory. I'd rather have the accessory than the figure. Oh, you know what I am getting? They're getting ready to do another multiverse, and one of the multiverse is a black stallion. man, I'll buy that and just use it for, any 6-inch figure. But oh my God, he's coming out with a horse.
Nice.
Grabbing it.
Hell yeah. Well, let's talk about some. Let me open it up. I shared the wrong thing here. Hang on. Hawkeye. Let's go around the table. What were your thoughts of the last episode? Let's start with Blue.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome. We got a little glimpse of Kingpin. Yeah. Seeing more Yelena was pretty awesome too. So.
You're caught up too, right, Big Collector? There must be a delay.
I think he is having a delay. Because I do notice he does respond, but it's a little bit of a. Although this might be a much longer delay because he doesn't look like he has heard anything yet. Big collector.
So, what are your thoughts on the beginning of the episode?
I hear you.
Up. See, Big Collector, this is what happens when you mess with Doctor Strange while he's trying to cast your spell.
Yeah, uh-oh.
There we go. That's my dude, man. That's my dude. Oh, that's cool. First I thought that was Big Collector's home. Oh, there he is. Just in time. I thought that was your crib for a minute there, Big Collector. I went, wow, nice crib. Not that yours doesn't look, I mean, you look good and, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Can't compete with Hawkeye.
So, what are the thoughts of we got Yelena going back after another widow. She changes her
Alright.
back, but turns out she wasn't brainwashed.
Yeah, thanks for the refresh.
was
I mean, I've been absorbed with
Oh, I know.
No Way Home that I was like trying to recall what happened on that last.
Yep.
My head is in a whirl. Let me tell you something. She's dynamite, man.
Oh yeah.
She is. She's great.
I mean, I could feel what's her name's intimidation when she was in the room talking about eating that macaroni.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, have some
What was her
macaroni.
Now this part,
Yeah, I can't think of it.
that part threw me.
Yeah, that was insane.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
yeah.
think they were gonna
Yeah,
go
that
back.
could
And she
this
got
far.
dusted.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then just right back.
Right back. 5 years.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Now go back just before the dusting. Do me that favor. Okay. I wanted to see if anything. Okay. Oh yeah, there's been a lot of change in that bathroom.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, it went from white to green.
Yeah, there was painting, and they even took
Mhm.
those whatever they were off the wall
Yep.
emblems. Okay.
See, that part actually shocked me. For a minute, I was like,
Yeah.
"What? What's happening?"
Yeah. Because you thought it was just her after that rooftop fight.
Yeah.
Is that so?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's-
Yeah.
Go to wash your face and you get a face full of dust.
Yep. And it shocked her.
Oh
5
yeah.
years later,
Hmm.
different surroundings, different person.
She's married, got a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no.
Yeah, I mean that's gotta.
I wonder what's going
Screw
through
with
her mind
you.
right now. Just
Yep.
yeah.
No way to comprehend it because she doesn't know anything about that whole Thanos thing.
Yep.
And then
That's the crazy thing about it. If you're not even aware,
Yeah, and just all of a sudden people start disappearing, or
Yeah.
you yourself disappears. And, yeah.
mhm.
so when she comes back, of course, she eventually learns.
Mhm.
Like, oh
And
yeah,
then,
I still got to go after Hawkeye.
first thought is your sister.
Yep.
Right.
So this part must have happened, right before the end of Black Widow. That scene,
Well, now
because she didn't know about Clinton, obviously here, but until what's her face, Julie Louis Dreyfus. What's her?
this is going on,
Right after Hulk, when
Mhm.
yeah,
snaps.
but also this happens after. If I'm correct, this happens either during, I think during Far From Home, because
The show. Yep. Hmm.
Hawkeye is going on
Wait.
during Far From Home.
Yep.
Because
Is it?
they talk about the Statue of Liberty and the renovation of the Statue of Liberty. The renovation is that shield that
Yep.
they
And there's-
put on the Statue of Liberty in the movie.
And there's a Rogers the
know
musical
what?
billboard in the
The
movie.
Rogers the musical. So it's
Yep.
happening simultaneously.
Yep.
Honestly,
Wow.
why are they putting that shield right?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Near the.
That was an
hopefully-
interesting spot to put the shield.
Confuses me.
Yeah.
If anything, you figured it would have gone in her other arm that she's not holding the torch.
Hmm.
Who
They could
knows?
have put Thor's hammer in her.
Well, you know
in her hand.
something? Maybe it's because maybe they want to make it accurate to him. Maybe that's the arm that he carries it in. I'm not sure. I have to look at it.
Oh. No.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Well, that was no big surprise. You knew what Moms was up to, something.
Mm-hmm.
For
Yep.
sure.
I'm not even sure when Khan got arrested that wasn't kind of like set up to make it look like something. I don't know.
Here they are talking about capturing the Ronin again.
And I called him Khan because I can't remember his name. The swordsman. The swordsman.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if
Yeah.
that arrest was real, if you know what I mean.
Oh right. Yeah,
'Cause
just
This
kinda-
is a really good scene too.
Yeah, she wasn't very intimidating. That's that macaroni scene.
Yep.
It's like, what do you? She thinks she's Goodfellas or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
something like the underground dude. Go ahead, no, have something to eat. It's delicious,
Mhm.
While they're threatening you.
Yep.
She's a boss gangster move, man. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
a boss
Yeah, she's-
gangster move.
She's probably done this a million times before.
Mm-hmm. And she's intimidated too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Haley Steinfeld. She's like, oh, okay.
And Clint, yep, after the rooftop battle, sort of licking their wounds as of sorts.
And we were right about, my man, the LARPer. Now he's really in deep.
Oh yeah.
Got Clint hanging out at his crib now.
I wonder how they're gonna develop his character throughout the show.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
some people say he's gonna, they're gonna kill him, but I got a feeling they're not. There's no reason to even introduce that suit.
Mhm.
Remember, he's gonna he's gonna be in that suit in this episode. Why are you gonna introduce him in a new suit if you're gonna kill him?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, honestly,
'cause
I
it-
really don't want him to be killed.
I don't.
Yeah.
I would find it weird to do that.
I'd be
And
very
he's never,
disappointed.
he's never expressed wanting to leave the role.
Mhm. Well, they killed his character in the comic book, so that's why people are worried. because they like
Oh,
this version of grills.
oh, see, I don't. I. This is after I left reading comics because this happened in what the late or early 2000s or late 90s. When did this? That particular series.
Oh man,
I thought it was like late 90s or early 2000s or something. But I know it was long
it's
after I stopped collecting comics.
I think it was early 2000s.
Okay. So I really don't have any knowledge of the story itself. I just know that they've been hitting it beat for beat. So if he dies, well, maybe he will. I mean, they've been pretty accurate to the story from what I've been hearing so far from
That's a
people
pretty
who
good
read
question.
it. Yeah.
If they end up killing Hawkeye at the end of this series, how would you rate the series as a
It, de-
whole if they did
Yeah.
that?
it depends on how they do it. It could be the biggest blunder or it could be the best thing ever. I mean, sometimes you get something that you don't want, but they do it so well, you're like, I'm going to give you a pass. This was great.
Yeah,
So we'll have, I mean, look at Logan.
So
yeah.
The ending of Logan was such a shock.
Mm-hmm.
But you went, hey, that's the way to go out if you're going out.
Mm-hmm.
bro, that
So
fight
big
scene was so violent.
Mm-hmm.
Like him going right through a tree. Oh my gosh, just
Oh yeah.
crazy. Honestly, it's kind of gonna be like that. Tony Stark and let's see, like his daughter, kind of stepping up to the game. Could be like this.
Yeah, well, you know what I could easily see, and I don't know what happens in the comic books, but I could easily see the mom, taking one, her going down.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see her getting maybe killed, depending upon how deep. I mean, if she's hanging around with the Kingpin, she's a pretty
Right.
dangerous woman herself.
Yeah.
So she's ripe for, a good villain off. Take her out. And that'll motivate Kate even more.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think that
There
they
you go.
killed off Kate?
Oh, that'd be.
Wonder how that would affect the story.
Well, they can't kill her off because she's
No.
got to carry the mantle.
Yeah.
Isn't she going to be like a young Avengers?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what they're going for.
Yeah. So
Okay.
she's safe.
Yeah.
I got a feeling if that guy winds up being the swordsman, he's going to be safe.
Oh yeah.
If that's who he is.
Yeah. Well, he's certainly good at sword fighting. So,
You would think.
now is he like always playing naive, or?
Well, I heard from the books that, well, I shouldn't say I heard from the books because I was actually collecting when Swordsman and Hawkeye were hanging out.
Hmm.
I go that far back, yes. That was back in the day, man. There were these two comics in particular where you had two team ups, and that was one of them. And then on the DC side, man, was that Green Lantern, Green Arrow pairing.
Hmm.
Oh, when Neil Adams was drawing, man, it's one of the best series ever.
Nice.
I used to love reading that one.
Now this was interesting to see. I liked seeing this little tribute to the 2012 Avengers.
And of course, Clint finds his name at the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
I can't get a break.
Yeah. They could at least went alphabetical order instead of
You're right.
super soldiers and gods, and then
Right. Or how about super soldier, human, super soldier, god, super soldier,
mix
or whatever.
it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is where he talks to Nat.
You know that if you really follow canon, that list is incorrect.
Oh.
If you follow canon, Ant-Man should be on that list because Ant-Man was actually in the original. The very first Avenger team.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's why they threw him in the musical in the beginning.
Yep.
Yeah, but they didn't introduce him until later. In the Avengers, he should have been there from the very beginning. But they of course.
Well, it's kind of funny how they played around with how the past, especially with Ant-Man, whereas Hank Pym and his wife, I forget her name,
Mrs. Pym.
Janet.
Mrs. Pym, Janet. Yep, thank you. Hank and Janet, how they were fighting off, the Russians or whatever. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the Avengers supposedly didn't form until 2012, but because Hank Pym was the original Ant-Man.
Exactly. And then, of course, they couldn't cover too much of the original storyline with Ant-Man in the movies because it's Disney. And in the comic books, Ant-Man was a wife beater. People don't know that.
Yeah.
You go back and read that old series of Ant-Man,
Dang.
he was an a-hole.
Oh. Yeah, well, I'm kind of glad they left that out.
You would have to. You can't. There's no way Disney's going to allow some scene, even if it was, innuendo. He
Just
slams
like
the door and it's going to happen. No, it's not going to happen. Not
Just
with
like
Disney.
they left out the major alcoholism of Tony.
They left out the alcohol. I mean, now they did kind of hint on it. I mean, they did have
They played with it a little bit, but not anywhere near what the comic books did.
No, in the comic he was stone cold alcoholic.
They did in Iron Man 1 though.
Yeah, they gave it a little nod, but he should have been plastered all through the whole Avengers thing. Avengers Assemble. No, that's my line, dude. Okay.
No, we need
That'd
a
be
rated
great.
R Avengers
Oh, you better believe it.
Yep.
You better
with
believe
Deadpool.
it.
Deadpool. Well, you could add him then.
Yep.
Oh boy. Oh, it'd be a mess.
And Hank Pym smacking people around.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Poor Clint.
Yeah. Telling Ned he's got to go Ronin again.
Yeah, the wife is like, hey man, do what you gotta do, bro.
Yeah.
I'm with you. All right, time to woman up.
Yeah.
This was good. I love this scene.
Eventually, we're going to get, hopefully, we can get her cracking a smile. Because she's come on the scene with a deadly frown and hasn't left her face yet.
Right.
Yeah, this was awesome. And just taking out all the cards.
There's her betrayer right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's her Judas,
Yep.
so to speak.
Yeah, I wonder how the rest of that's going to play out.
Oh, it ain't going to be good for
my
him.
gosh,
I
that
guarantee you, it's not going to
Wait.
be good for him.
Will she confront Kingpin?
Well, maybe they'll save that for her show.
You think
Maybe.
she'll later on?
You know something? That's a good point. He might carry over.
I hope he does.
Hmm.
You think she might later on join him instead of fighting him?
Quite possibly. It'll probably end up being more later on with Kate Bishop, but at least that's my opinion.
But see, when he's Ronin, he doesn't care if you're male or female. He's like, yo, when I say stop, you stop.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, he almost got chopped in half at the end, though.
Yeah. I got a feeling though. Had that arrow not come, he would have somehow got out of it. I don't know why.
Oh,
I don't want to feel like she saved his life. I just don't want to feel like that. Like, I don't know. He could have rolled right back under that car.
Yep.
You see, you know what I'm saying? You back it up just a bit. Let's look at this. Because when she's coming back down, his reflexes are so fast. Look at this. Now watch. Okay, boom. Now, roll under the car. He's right back under that roll. Come on.
Yeah.
Because he even freezes to look up.
Hawkeye, when you're,
he's not going to freeze and look up. He's going to roll right back under there. But then again, nitpicking, you got to move the story along. So.
Mm-hmm. He got away.
Oh, well, he did he?
Yeah, there's the look of, oh, shit.
Why weren't you at the meeting? I didn't get the call. You didn't get the call. Yeah, right. You're in town and nobody called you. You're like second in command and nobody called you for the meeting. Okay.
I'm just gonna do. Yep, there she is.
I saw a lot of
mom.
posts about this scene.
Help me out here. This scene.
About how he handed off the arrow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, what have you heard? Like you heard some rumors or something?
Really? Well, I really haven't seen
Like a
anything, but they
passing the
said
torch kind of
like
thing?
how it was, I guess, comic accurate or.
Okay. They've been saying they've been following it.
Oh yeah. Where they find out who hired.
Thought you
Yelena.
deserved to know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. Here it is.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the guy we've been worried about all this time.
Now, I never caught the Daredevil series.
Oh no way! Oh man!
And then I hear that. Now, how many seasons was it on? Because I hear that like the first season is baller, but then it kind of goes downhill.
Oh.
Is that correct? How long was it on?
3 seasons?
3?
Mm-hmm.
I heard the first season is only 3.
Yeah.
Seems like seemed like that was a buzz for.
There's also a Defenders season that he's in.
Well, listen, I caught. Okay, for some strange reason, I just can't vibe with the TV series stuff. At least before COVID, I tried, man. I tried for what was the series that came on? Black Lightning. I went a couple of episodes. I'm like, nah. And then I tried Luke Cage, and I'm like, man, I really dig Luke Cage. I collected Luke Cage, but I wasn't feeling that either. So I didn't stick enough with the earlier TV stuff. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to at least start watching season 1 of Daredevil.
Oh yeah, right.
Because I want to, yeah.
And Punisher for sure.
Oh yeah. Because I want to have a better relationship with the guy that's playing Matt Murdock now that he's squarely in the MCU. Yeah. So I'll check that out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Charlie Cox. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's D'Onofrio, whatever his name is.
Yep.
Yeah. And him I'm very familiar with. In other things, he's quite an actor.
Oh yeah.
Good character actor.
Yep.
One of those things where he's so good, but he really can't lead as much as you want him to be that second thing, that second thing. But I hear he's pretty brutal in, was it the Daredevil series? Is it Daredevil?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty brutal. Doesn't he bash somebody's head with a car door?
Yep.
Those are TVMA, aren't they?
Yep.
Well, see now,
it's on Netflix. Yeah.
See now, now I'm gonna. When does he pop up in Daredevil? First season?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna check out that first season. because I want to see how much sandpaper they put on him now that he's with Disney. They're gonna wear him down. Is he gonna be intimidating? You know what I'm saying? They're just things that happened over on Netflix. It's not gonna happen in Disney. I don't care what anybody says. At least not.
Yeah, it
although
definitely won't be as severe.
They
Right.
could surprise us. Now they've done a few things that I was surprised. Like, wow, Disney is showing us some gore here.
Hmm. Yeah.
So they might, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it might go up to that line, but it ain't gonna cross it. So
Yeah,
because it's it's Disney, but I mean they do some pretty.
there's been good
Adult.
innuendo. I mean, you
Yeah.
can give the illusion. Don't have to
Mhm.
show everything. Sometimes the most gripping, situation is when you never really see. It's off camera. You just
Yeah.
in your head, oh my god.
Hmm.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think of Hawkeye so far? Big collector. Go ahead. You can go first.
I'll give it an 8.5, maybe 9.
8.5.
'Cause I'm really enjoying the storytelling so far, and also the things that Hawkeye's going through. So yeah, 8.5 for me.
Michael Elliott?
I'm gonna do 7.5. I thought that the first 2 episodes could have been chopped up just a little more. It was a little bit kind of long on the rollout,
Hmm.
and then the ending it means everything. So I can only like really grade 2/3 because we're really this last episode's the third act.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I'll say 7.5, and then I'll reserve my final judgment, of course, for the end of 6. Although I must say, as of right now, it is probably they're probably number 2 in my favorite of the MCU Disney Plus shows so far.
Nice.
Yeah, jumped
Blue?
up very high.
Blue, what about you,
Uh,
man?
I'd probably give it. Let's see, probably an 8. It's exciting enough. Story's good enough. Let's hope they stick the landing. My
Yep.
score will probably go up to maybe a 9. 9.
Yeah, mine's sitting about a 7. A 7. The show has been really good. I like the writing. I like the acting. The visuals have been really cool. That Pym arrow was freaking awesome.
Oh yeah.
It really was one of the highlights.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's just like you said. It's all how they stick the landing. See if they can stick the landing on this one.
Mhm.
See if that number gets higher. But it's definitely I do like Loki better than I like this one.
Okay.
But again, that show's done. So it's easier to say.
Yeah. The only reason why I'm putting this at number 2 and it's not over with is because just you can't deny that this is very good writing, and
Mhm.
just acting is just so good. The chemistry between Kate and Clint, these 2 actors, are just really, really good. So I didn't get that, even though visually, I mean, Loki looked great visually, but I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel anything in the relationship with Lady Loki, there was just no feeling of relationship. With Falcon and Winter Soldier, I liked it, but it was just a little too much fluff. No, this series, there's no fluff here. It's been stripped. It's lean, and that's what I like about it. What if it's not I mean, it is a consistent story, and it isn't. It's really chopped up in little mini episodes, so that's a little harder to put in here. And then what am I missing? I put a WandaVision at the top. And the only reason why I put WandaVision at the top is because it was the most imaginative. And then, of course, Vision is in one of my top 10 all-time favorite heroes of all time. So, and then to see a white Vision, I almost jumped out the window. I was so happy. So, yeah. And then, what's her name? Who plays Wanda? She was just fantastic. She was so good. So, yeah.
Elizabeth Olsen.
There you go. Not as young as I used to be. I used to absorb all of this stuff, man. I can't believe how voracious of a reader I was back in the day. I was reading every DC and Marvel. I mean, I was more a Marvel guy, but I absorbed a lot of DC. I can't remember half of anything anymore, especially these new iterations, and they're changing the story. I'm like, no, Warlock is supposed to be there.
All right, gentlemen. The time has come.
Speaking of DC, who's ready for the new Batman movie?
Well, that looks pretty good too.
Well, from the man who hates everything, I reserve my right to wait and give you my answer later.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Batman. I think it looks awesome.
Oh, what the show's been waiting for.
Oh yeah,
This movie was great.
I come loaded for Bear.
This movie was great. I want to go see it tomorrow, but I don't know if I will.
I think it's going to be very, very good.
Okay, so everybody's seen it, right? Big Collector's seen it, of course. So who's going first?
You say so.
Who? Anybody got a machete? I got a machete. Who's going first?
Give us that machete, man. Go ahead.
All right. Who's going to go ahead? Well, somebody else wants to go?
Michael Elliott, go ahead.
Okay. This movie was fantastic. I mean, I got to go back and see it again. And I haven't said that about a movie since like Infinity War, Endgame. And there was the dialogue, the writing in this movie was, now of course there's always, holes. You're never going to have, I've never seen a movie that was written perfectly all the way through. You can find anything in anywhere. And there were a few, and that's for my negative points of it. Positive points. I think this movie was better written than in Infinity War or Endgame. I'm not that I liked it more, but those movies had so much going on, and they had so many elements that they had to work with that it was kind of disjointed. Don't get me wrong; my eyes welled up, and I cried when Sam said "on your left," but. This movie, the writing, the way the character relationship between the three Spider-Men is one of the reasons why I want to go back to see this. You could give me a whole movie with just those three Spider-Men just hanging out. Yep. The fact that they gave all three of these guys their due and gave, I mean, everybody got respect thrown their way. The villains, the heroes, everybody got respect. Okay, so you can say that Lizard and what was the other one? Sandman didn't get a whole lot to do, and yeah, I guess you could have kept them out. But there's so many elements of the movie that are really really cool. that I enjoyed. But I think the thing that I really, really enjoyed the most was the way they handled the three Spider-Men, their introduction, the fact that there was no animosity. They were actually trying to pump each other up. I thought was great. Andrew Garfield was outstanding. He was really broken. And and Tobey Maguire, of course. A lot of people say, well, he didn't seem like he did a lot. He was the elder statesman. He showed up and said, listen, come on, slow down, guys. And I love that he was sort of like just there as sort of like more of a mentor to the other two. And I love the way that he lifted Andrew Garfield up. He said, no, but you're amazing. And it was like, this is so great. This is just so great. So, and then the pièce de résistance about the webbing. Say, how does that come out of your wrist? And then it was so cool. And then the other thing was, I like the fact that even Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker was astounded by things. Like, you went into space, and all kinds of things. Like, what? And that he wasn't even used to working as a team. He and Andrew Garfield were both loners, and so, and then finally, it still, he's not my Tom Holland is still not my favorite Spider-Man, but at least they finally got him manned up, because I was starting to get a little tired of him relying on everybody else, because that's not the Peter Parker, and he still is. He wasn't, to this day. Those first two Spider-Men, to me, are just and this might be the first time in history, at least for me, where in a trilogy the third movie was better than the first two. But this movie was fantastic. Fantastic. And finally, Willem Dafoe. And I'm done.
Dude, Willem Dafoe was so awesome. I can't believe that he was able to earn. It's been said before on like YouTube channels or whatnot, but bringing it was awesome to see him bring back his Green Goblin, and just like it was renewed. Like it was such a badass portrayal of Goblin. So the writing was just awesome on this movie, and to bring all three of these guys together in one. It's just overwhelming, and like emotionally. Like I definitely had tears watching Toby come out of that freaking portal. I was like,
that was so cool.
Yes, they actually did it. They actually freaking did it, and they did it well. And definitely want to go see and give this movie more money, because it definitely earns it. And just wonderfully surprised. And it's been a while since I've been wonderfully surprised from a movie. It's probably since Endgame. So, yeah, it was just awesome. And then losing Aunt May, it was Holland's Uncle Ben. So that was hard, of course. Yeah, it's just awesome. Can't say enough. Great movie all around. Big Collector, you got some thoughts?
Yeah, this movie was just, it really blew my mind. Like, after I watched it, I couldn't really process anything until like a few hours later. I just sitting on my bed, just like, wow. Just what a great movie, honestly. Like the storytelling, it was just on point. It was really good. And also, the one thing that really did surprise me in this movie, scene where, all the villains are together, and just talking and laughing. That really, I really felt that. Like, just everybody just. And then also, what really surprised me was how they took scenes from the movies, from different movies, like how you said May died, and she was the Uncle Ben, and then also how there's one other thing they did. I guess I can't really remember, but I like how they use different scenes and put different scenes from the other movies, and also just the three Spider-Man coming together was just great. I love the laughter and the funniness, but yeah, it was just really good, really really
Mhm.
good.
They even mixed music from the
Some of my
previous
thoughts.
movies in there too. It was awesome.
Yeah, they did. There's one thing that really, I guess it's not a letdown, but the part where he's fighting Spider-Man's fighting Green Goblin at the end, and he's just like laying punches. Like, if you notice, they didn't really use a lot of, I guess, effects. The Green Goblin, his face, because after taking so many of those hits, you thought he would have like a bruise or anything like that, but that kind of really, I guess it was Disney that really kind of.
You're right on.
Yeah.
You're right on.
Before.
I mean, even if he's stronger than Peter, I mean, he was really pounding him.
Yeah, the rage going through him, that just, wow, like the way he laid it on Green Goblin, I was just shocked, really, really shocked.
And another thing, I liked how they kind of separated the fact that, like, each Spider-Man has a particular uniqueness over the others. And absolutely, Tobey Maguire had one up on all of them because, one, you had the organic web, so he didn't have to rely on losing a shooter. And the crazy thing about it is that a lot of this movie really isn't about Tom Holland's Spider-Man. It's really about the other two.
Yeah, that's what I really liked about
it. And Tom Holland, the only way you're going to elevate Tom Holland is with these guys, because if you notice, none of Tom Holland's villains are a part of this, not his universe. They're all the other two Spider-Man's villains. So you focused on that, and then once again, we talk about, especially like when Tom Holland, he picks up that the Goblin's flying gizmo, and he's getting ready to stab the guy, but Tobey Maguire steps up, he's holding him off, and he ain't even breaking a sweat, bro. I mean, literally, Tom Holland's like, he's like, so right there they're telling Toby's the strongest. He's a strong dude, man. And then it seemed like Andrew Garfield had the sweeter web slinging moves. You know what I'm saying? So he seems like he's a little bit better with the web slinging. And then then I guess you'd have to say that Tom Holland, he's probably the smarter of them all. Just the simple fact that he outwitted Doctor Strange, that's not an easy feat. Let me tell you. Especially for somebody who loves Doctor Strange. I don't want to see my man taken out by any means, but hey, come on. I'll let him. He's not going to beat Doctor Strange physically or in power, but I like how he outwitted him, with his mind. So I said, that's cool. Now, whether or not Doctor Strange would have been suspended over the Grand Canyon for 12 hours, I think he'd have gotten out of there faster than that. But then I do have some negatives about the movie, and Doctor Strange is one of them.
Oh, when he said that, it just brought me back to Loki.
And
I've been falling for 30 minutes.
Oh, there's one quick thing I did notice. That scene where Doctor Strange is talking to Tom Holland, and they're both at the bottom of the stairs. And then Doctor Strange starts walking up the stairs, camera turns, and Tom Holland, I think, is talking to MJ or whatever. And the conversation is long enough that when they turn the camera back, Doctor Strange is still coming up the steps. It's like, nah, he should have been up those steps and out of that scene long before they cut that camera back. So you could tell he just took their time with the conversation. They come back, and he's still coming up the steps at the top. I'm like, nah, that was way too long. It was... But so but other than that, no. My gripe with I wasn't that great about how they're writing Doctor Strange. He just seemed to be a little too. He's more sophisticated than the way they're writing him, and he didn't have any. He didn't have that sophistication or that swag. They got him coming off just like a drip, and I don't like that because that's my dude. So
I'm curious. I'm
Well, is
curious
that-
what people think now of that. When the first trailer came out, everybody's like, "Oh, now he's Doctor Strange Jr." I wonder what those people are saying now. Like, oh, it didn't turn out that way.
No,
Not at
no.
all.
They actually redid some things from the trailer. I mean, like even that scene where he's talking to
Misdirects, that's what it
Wong.
was.
Remember, Wong says, Wong says, "Don't do that," and Strange says, "I won't." And then he looks at a Park and he winks. That's in the trailer, but in the movie, Wong says, "Well, if you're gonna do it, I don't want any part of it." So that's two totally different. I mean,
There's definite
that's not
misdirects in the trailer.
yeah, that's not even a little misdirect. That's just saying, "Hey, listen, we're just gonna." And I don't like that. I don't like just don't give me something, but don't give me a lie. I hate when Marvel does that. It's not fair to the fans when you do stuff like that.
Yeah.
But but I mean,
Yeah.
and then one final thing, and
And
I'll keep my
going back on the thing you said with
no go ahead, Big Collector.
you speaking.
Well, I was just going to say one
And,
final thing.
One
I
thing
just
you said
can't-
about the.
Oh, I keep forgetting we got that lag.
Yeah,
I'm
there's a
sorry,
little
Big
lag.
Collector.
It's fine. You can go. You can go.
Well, I was just saying that I can't get into the Ned character. He really irritates me. So like I said, there's not a whole lot of pitfalls in the movie, but I just never really cared for the Breakfast Club that runs around with him.
But he's the guy in the chair.
But he's going to be there for the long haul, so I might as well get used to him. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting how it goes going forward.
What would you guys give? What are you going to do? How you want to rate this? 1 to 10, 4, 5 stars? How do you guys want to do it?
We go through 1 through 10. 1 through
Go
10
ahead.
sounds reasonable. Oh, I'm gonna go with the audience score on this one and go like a 9.2.
Ooh.
This movie was just great. It obviously had a little bit of continuity issues, but for the most part, they can be overlooked with how well they wrote the story, how well they wrote all three Spider-Man into this movie, and didn't screw it up, and all those other villains, and they didn't screw it up, and you can tell they cared about the subject matter. So, yeah, 9.2 out of 10 for sure from me. Blue, what about you?
Yeah, I'd give it probably a 9. It was just an all-around good movie. It was cool seeing all the Spider-Man together. I really liked Andrew Garfield. He stole the show pretty much for me. He was great. His intro was awesome, and
Prove you're Spider-Man.
yeah, right. He's like, no, this is enough, I think. But yeah, that was really good. I liked that the other two Spider-Man weren't just cameos going, hey, and then defeating bad guys. They were actually supporting characters. And all had their time to shine, and yeah, they need to make an Amazing Spider-Man 3. So, and yeah, the villains were excellent. Some were just like Lizard. Lizard was just kind of there. But Dr. Octopus was awesome. Seeing him again. And of course, Goblin. He's always awesome. He brought so much to the table. Jamie Foxx this time around, that was crazy. Goes from, I think they mentioned in the movie that goes from the gap tooth and comb over to his look now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You said, "Yeah, I got a new body."
Yep. Yeah, and he was blue to start out with when he first started showing up, and then started to materialize. And, yeah.
Big Collector. Did you rate it? Oh, yeah, 9. What would you rate it, Big Collector?
I would rate it an 11, not including, I guess, some of the negative stuff, but just because of, well, it's not a lot of negative stuff, but just little nitpicks here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But I just like how they introduced the villains and the Spider-Man, how they brung Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield back, which is my favorite Spider-Man, but not everybody else's. But
Mine
also,
too,
I
buddy.
guess the funniness they brought and the seriousness. Yeah. And also, I guess, the struggle that Peter went through was all really. I loved how they played that off. But yeah, this whole film was just amazing in general. But yeah, that's what I'd rate it, 11.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Also, what do you guys think about Electro, a new look? I know we've been talking about that.
I liked it much better. I liked it much better than the previous movie. It just added that sense of more humanism to him. That you could get behind him if you wanted to. Whereas in the Amazing Spider-Man, obviously they turned him straight into a monster, and that's you didn't feel for him at all. You wanted Garfield's Spider-Man. Just get rid of him. They did that with
And what I really
they did that with Goblin too in that movie as well. They didn't care about the villains. And then Rhino at the end, that just killed it all.
Yeah.
Wasn't the best writing.
what I really loved about
Go ahead.
I know what I really loved about the villains though is towards the end.
Go ahead.
You can go.
No.
Oh.
You
And what I really
take it.
loved about the villain. Me.
It's all you, Big Collector.
Well, I guess I'll finish what I said. Okay. What I loved about the villains towards the end is when they got cured, I guess you could feel, that sense of relief that they have a whole new start of life, which is what I really loved about that. I really connected with all the villains on that. So yeah, that's what I had to say.
Definitely.
Yeah. So my rating for the film, give it like 8.5. Once again, I think the writing is superior to most of the Marvel movies. It's just not my top Marvel movie. Like I said, there's just a few pitfalls that I find in it, but those things, like I said, I have to adjust to them. They're not going to change. I need to adjust. But I wanted to give it higher, and I sat back, and it's one of those movies you sit back and you think about the scenes. There's just so many great scenes in it, But yeah, I enjoyed it enough to, like I said, I would like to go back and see it again. And one of the reasons why I want to go see it again is I just really want to watch these three guys relate to one another again. I loved it. I just loved it.
Yeah, the chemistry was awesome. That writing was great.
Yeah. It was. Hey, do you guys think they should have brought in Venom? Because I know we got that little what do you call it?
Please don't.
Sneak peek, I guess.
Please.
They did. Technically, they did, but not into the fight, which was a good thing.
That's it.
He's going to be in the MCU now. I mean, he left a little poop behind.
Yeah.
But now here's the thing. Is that bartender going to get it? It's on the bar.
Yeah.
That's
He's
where,
gonna
that's where he left it. So
he's going to have to attach to something.
Who's going to come along? That's my thing. Because obviously, Tom Hardy ain't coming over. He went back. But like I said, it left a piece of the symbiote. So, but it didn't say who it's going to infect. So, how's it is going to, somebody going to come into the bar, sit down, and it's going to happen, or will it leave the bar on somebody's coat? I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, and hopefully it's its own thing. I don't want Tom Hardy's Venom style in the MCU.
Listen, it's that movie. Those two movies have been so divisive. I'm not even going to take my time to go see them because I know I'm not going to like them. Those are a couple of movies where sometimes people say, "Man, I didn't like it. I didn't like it," and you can see it and you go, "I don't understand why people hated this movie. This is great," but for some strange reason, there was so much hatred for these two movies, and even from the clips that I saw, I'm like, I wouldn't enjoy it. I could just tell. So I didn't even bother to see them.
They're all right standalone movies. That they shouldn't be involved in any sort of cinematic universe.
I like the first Venom more than I like the second one.
Yeah.
Although I think, I do remember I wasn't avidly collecting, but I was still reading Spider-Man all the way up to the point. I remember when he got the black suit. I remember all that stuff was going on. I remember when Venom came in to the Spidey universe. But he's grown for years now, and I'm not aware of the whole Venom lore. I know he was, chief, villain, or at least anti-hero in Spider-Man for a while. And then I left, so I don't. But he was never any big deal to me anyway when I was reading as a kid. So this big Venom craze, okay, that's great. I guess, other generations are going to find more in him because he's been in stories that I'm not aware of. But, I'm not particularly care whether or not he comes into the MCU or not.
Yeah, that reminds me of the scene when they were all together and they were talking about the two Spider-Mans got to Holland's and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man got to fight people from space, and Andrew Garfield's like, I want to fight somebody from space.
No, it was Tobey Maguire. That's what I liked about it. Tobey Maguire was like, you went into space? Because he told Tom Holland was the only one that went into space.
Yeah, he said he wanted to fight some aliens.
Yeah, but I just love the fact that even though Tobey was kind of like the elder of the three, even Tom Holland had some stuff on him that he could, he said, hey, I went into space and I was wizards and stuff. He's like, you went into space?
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
What did you guys think about that girlfriend part?
Oh, with Lizard? Yeah. That was funny.
Yeah. there were several moments during the movie where I had to laugh out loud.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I wanted to be in a theater with less people, it wound up being most of the people in the theater were sitting in the back, just like me anyway. Like the whole front of the theater was totally empty. Because I went it was Monday morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, super early showing. I'm sorry, Friday morning, the day after it opened. I said, there's no way in the world I'm going to go through the weekend and not be on the internet and get this spoiled. I got to see this sucker right now.
Yeah.
I caught that really early morning one of it. Get it in. So even though, yes, so there was a nice little pocket of people around me, it made the experience enjoyable because, man, when the Spider-Man came on screen, everybody cheered, and I got the audience reaction kind of thing. And this is the kind of movie where, okay, I don't need the theater to myself. This is the kind of movie where it's really super popcorn, and you're supposed to be there with others to kind of really enjoy these very special moments that won't happen ever again in cinematic history. So for that reason, I really enjoyed it.
Same as my theater.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was fun. Well, obviously the pandemic is not killing the theater, and I'm glad to see that.
There's almost 250 million domestically.
Can you imagine if it wasn't a pandemic?
I think it's 256.
600 worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for the pandemic, it would have broke $1 billion by now.
Yeah,
for sure,
without question.
Mm-hmm.
It will by the end of next weekend.
Yeah,
Christmas weekend, it's going to be in the bill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to go see it again.
Me too.
Yeah,
and again.
Hey,
definitely worth the repeat viewing.
What was that, Big?
Who catch the new Spider-Man suit at the end?
Oh yeah,
the classic suit.
The old new Spider-Man suit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's one of the things that made me very happy because I am anti integrated suit. I hate it.
Oh.
Hate anything Iron Man is in. Tired of them.
What?
Tired. I'm an Iron Man fan, and Marvel has destroyed Iron Man for me.
Yeah.
They made him way too OP.
Oh.
I understand you didn't have the rights to everybody. But my goodness, why did you have to give him all of the powers? Come on. And now he's in Dr. Octopus. I don't want to see him anymore. I love the ending. Let's strip Peter down.
Yep.
Throw him in an apartment, make him live off his auntie's savings, and man up, pal. Tired of Spider-Boy. Let's get Spider-Man in here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking about that end credit scene with Venom, him not being in the Holland universe, whose universe do you think he's in? Andrew Garfield's? Could he be in Garfield's universe? Or is he in his own universe? Who's his Spider-Man?
Let me tell you something. You're going to get an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie. You're going to get a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie. Watch. Oh, you don't think so, Blue? Watch.
It might happen, but I'm more excited for the Andrew Garfield to complete his trilogy at least.
Well, but see, that's what I loved about the movie because they kind of did for both him and Tobey. Because that was a redemption scene where he saves MJ. But I got a feeling with the phenomenal success this movie has had, and here's the other thing: they were going to kill Tobey off. That stab in the end of that movie, he was supposed to die.
Yeah,
and he thought better. He said, "You know something? If we're going to bring everybody back, let's keep everybody happy. Why throw a bummer in here?
Right.
It's a good thing that they changed their mind.
Yeah, I bet they screened that, and then I think people were upset, and then yeah.
So
'cause he just brushes it off like, oh, I've been stabbed
Thought he was
before.
actually gonna stab Holland at first.
Oh,
that'd have been interesting.
yeah.
But come on, man. Do you know how much money is waiting on them now? Having Toby and Andrew Garfield, and there's no way in the world you're gonna let Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield go after this.
Right. Yeah,
Even
I
if
heard
they
there-
want to pay him
Even if
another
they don't get their
million
own
dollars.
movie, they're gonna pop up in other people's stuff. I'm telling you.
yeah. Oh, they're talking about giving Andrew a third movie and popping up in other things, and
You
I
better
think
do.
it's a perfect fit for the Venom universe.
Yeah, I mean, it's so,
and in Morbius,
There
the
you go.
Oscorp, it's the same Oscorp sign as the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, but
doesn't mean it's in his universe. I mean,
Right.
there's always these little trippy changes. Some things could be exactly the same, and then nothing like the other world.
right. And then the Spider-Man picture on the wall when he was walking in the alleyway, that was Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Yeah. So
So yeah, who
I
knows?
think it'd be the way to go, considering Holland
what would be the way to
from-
go?
using Andrew Garfield again.
Mm-hmm.
Considering Holland wants to take a break from Spider-Man.
He ain't taking the break. They're giving him 3 more movies.
Rumor. Sony shut that down.
Be honest with you, good. I'm sorry. Tom Holland's cool. I mean, I think. Listen, the guy acted his butt off in this movie. I'm gonna give it to him. He was great, but I don't care for his Spider-Man. So if this is it for him, I'm good. I'm good.
Well, Holland is slated for one more crossover movie, but he's not contractually obligated for any more solo Spider-Man movies.
Okay.
So we'll see where it goes.
And
from there.
actually, I think Kevin Feige said on one of his interviews they're in the works of making a Spider-Man 4 movie.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's just what I heard.
For Garfield. For Garfield.
No,
For
for
Holland.
Holland.
For Holland.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. They had him for another 3, but like you said, all of this stuff is rumor.
I know Amy Pascal came out and talking about two more trilogies,
2 more trilogies.
but Sony had been like, "No, what are you talking about?"
Tom Holland is not going to do 6 more Spider-Man movies.
No.
Yeah,
He's in the prime of his acting life. He's going to want to do other roles.
yeah. He's slated to be Fred Astaire in a biopic.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. That should be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See, when you start messing around with icons from days gone by, man, I'm going to be so critical. Oh man, I can't wait for this. Fred Astaire.
Mhm.
Do you know what he's going to have to do to copy Fred Astaire's moves? Man, I don't care how great an actor he is. Even Marlon Brando can't dance like Fred Astaire, pal. We'll see.
Yeah.
We
He can
shall-
dance though. He's pretty good.
Is he? Where have you
he's-
seen
he's-
him dance?
He did a lip sync battle,
Oh,
and he danced in that. It was pretty good.
Really? I'm not. I'm not.
It was
familiar.
funny. It was a hilarious
Okay.
bit because he was just like
Well,
Rihanna,
all
her
right.
umbrella. That was hilarious. But
Well, listen, I can see Tom Holland shooting for Fred Astaire, but if they would have said Gene Kelly, no. Donald O'Connor? Ain't no way. Because those guys were physical dancers. They used to do backflips when they danced. Those kinds don't come along very often. But Fred Astaire, he was much smoother. He didn't do a lot of, but man, his toe work was just, it was second to none. So it's going to be interesting. That's a challenging role. Has any of you guys seen, not that it would interest you, but the biopic of Lucy and Desi Arnaz?
Not yet. No, I want to. I think
Yeah.
Let me
it looks,
tell you
it looks
something,
interesting.
man. That's a story you guys. A lot of people don't know about a lot of things that Desi and Lucy did, particularly Lucy Arnaz, Lucille Ball. Because after they divorced, Desi, I'm not giving any spoilers. This is part of history. Desi turned over the company to Lucy. He didn't want it anymore. So after the show went off the air, she had a whole production studio. If it wasn't for Lucille Ball, there would be no Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Lucille Ball personally backed the first season with her money.
That's awesome.
Second season, they were going to cancel it. She said, well, I got this too. And then Desilu went on to produce everything, man. Gunsmoke. I mean, just, come on, man. Just name a ton of those series that came out in the 60s and 70s with Desi. It'll tell at the end, it always goes, a Desilu production. I'm like, holy moly. So Lucille Ball was a juggernaut. and Desi was no slouch, because Desi's the one that made that show happen. In the 1950s, you're going to have a Cuban star on American television when the United States is at a Cold War with Cuba, and Desi Arnaz was able to manipulate it and wound up, because they wanted her. They said, we don't want your husband as your husband on the show. Desi said, it ain't going to happen then. Lucy said, it ain't going to happen. He said, okay, go ahead. And it was a smash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From jump, it was a smash. So. Yeah, so check out that documentary, because there's oh man, it's awesome. The history of that show is awesome.
Nice. But I don't think Tom Holland is gonna take a break from anything. I think he's might take a break from huge action roles, because he was pretty burnt out after filming Uncharted. So I think.
Do you think he's got 6 Spider-Man in him? 6 movies? I don't think so. I can't even see it happening.
Only time will tell, I guess. I think maybe 3. He could pull off 3 more, but
it all depends on how the universe folds under, around him too. Depending on whether he's in the MCU or whether he's on his own with Sony. It all depends.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
If he gets, well, I don't see him doing 6 if it's gonna be 6 movies with Sony alone, it ain't happening.
Yeah.
If he's not attached to Marvel, the MCU, I don't see it happening.
No. I think their plan was the 3 trilogies: one where he's in high school, one where he's in college, and then one where he's an adult. So.
Well, does he even go to college?
Yeah. Comic books he does.
I meant in this universe. I mean, he had his GED testing stuff in that box.
Oh, yeah. Well.
And then
who knows?
He can't register for high school or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess he could technically go to college with a GED.
Go ahead, Big.
I think Tom Holland, Spider-Man. I think he's relieved now than he ever was in, previous, because now he doesn't have to worry about anyone finding out his identity or anything like that. So I think if they were going to end it with this one, I think it would be a good ending,
Mm-hmm.
because now he doesn't have to worry about anything. So he's just a free guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they did. Well, that ending, of course, was to be a linchpin in case they're going to move it forward, but it also gives them a way out in case Tom Holland doesn't come back. It was
Yeah.
you couldn't have ended better,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very true.
taking them all the way back around to square one again and starting from scratch. And then, should another Spider-Man come in, he just picks up right there, raw, fresh, new.
Yeah.
And then, hey, listen, who knows? Tom Holland can do 3 more
You
Spider-Man,
guys
right?
think they're actually
And then bring him back in 20 years and he'll do 3 more. Hey, listen, if you can bring back Toby and the other guys after, 20-something years, you can bring Tom Holland be down on his luck, It's like, and he gets the call. Oh, yeah. I could do that. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. And I think with the multiverse,
They
if Tom didn't want to
could
do it anymore.
actually replace Spider-Man with Miles.
Oh, that's down the road. That's happening.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, he was mentioned in No Way Home.
Yeah, with Electro. Yeah.
You called it too, Blue?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, yeah, I wonder if there's a black Spider-Man in another universe. Okay. All right, Marvel, yes. When is the Miles Morales movie coming out? Okay.
That
And
was
there was
probably
a-
Sony adding that line in there.
Or whoever. Whatever. Universal, Columbia, who cares? We know what you're up to,
Stay
pal.
tuned for the new Spider-Verse movie.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to watch the first Into the Spider-Verse once again. Miles Morales came along after I left for a while, so I have no emotional or any kind of attachment to Miles Morales. So
Have you not
I am
seen the
going
movie?
to watch Into the Spider-Verse because I know he's coming, so I need to get acclimated.
Mhm.
So I need to watch that before the second Spider-Verse comes out. So I'll give it a shot.
Into the Spider-Verse is another really good story.
Yeah.
So they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised at how good it was.
Well,
I
some
was
people
late to
say
the
it's the
game.
best Spider-Man movie ever, regardless of whether it's animated or. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute, slow down,
Some people do, yep.
slow.
It's up
That
there.
already.
It's like top 5 for me, but it's up there.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, I'm gonna see it soon.
Mm.
I gotta see it now
Yeah, definitely worth a viewing.
because apparently Miles Morales, has been.
Made me tear up a little bit.
Did
It's
it?
good. Mm-hmm.
Hey, man,
Especially when
that's powerful. Good.
what?
It's almost like we're talking to Biggs in the multiverse, like he's on another plane and stuff. It's cool.
Well, I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it yet, but
Oh no!
The
What
tearing
you
up
talking about?
thing
Into the Spider-Verse?
well, actually, I'm not gonna say anything.
No.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Maybe better not. Yeah. I'm usually
Yeah,
like I don't
yeah,
like to get spoiled. I mean, there's some movies that I can go. Yeah, I don't care. This one, I better not because I've heard great things about it. So yeah, let's reserve it for non-spoiler, at least for now.
Yeah.
But quickly though, what would you guys rate it? 1 to 10. Big Collector. We'll wait for your response as it travels through the multiverse.
I'm gonna have to go to. I think a 9.5. I really did enjoy this film, like the
Wow.
drive and the motivation. It's a really great film. without spoiling
Wow.
anything, but it really is.
Blue?
I know it's kind of a big number, but to me,
Mm.
I think
No.
Dude, 11
I
is a
almost
big
agree with
number,
you.
bro.
No, it's a huge number.
You're rating for far from whatever.
No Way Home.
No Way Home. I'm getting confused. Went into the red.
Well, yeah,
It's like,
No Way
I'm hearing
Home.
all kinds of
That was really good.
like, whoa, 11.
Oh,
Hey, everybody, guess who's here?
Mm.
hey,
Oh my goodness.
9.5.
Is here. 9.5. All right. Hey, oh, this is
Which
awesome.
one is that? Into the Spider-Verse?
I don't know. How long has she been here? You sneaky little devil. I love her. She shows up on everybody's stream. It's so funny. She showed up on it was Geeking Out. When she shows up on Geeking Out, that panel has so much fun calling her out. She shows in there. Oh, it's and they're all playing around with her name, and I'm just cracking up, man. Oh, it's so funny. Okay, so
Do you
let's
watch
get
her on
back.
Minute Metal with
yeah.
Lo?
Oh, of course. She's awesome.
That's where we met her.
Yeah.
Yep.
What about you, Blue? What do you give Into the Spider-Verse?
I'd give it a 9.5.
Whoa, man. S-Beam?
8.7.
Oh.
That's still high. That's a no, not 8 point. Come on, man. Look at 8.7.
No,
But
it's
see,
very
that's
close.
what happens.
It's very close to a 9, but it's not quite an 8.5.
Right. That's
So-
what happens when you have the rating from a guy who makes action figures. He's got to be down to that oomph inch, quarter inch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Very good. Very good. I really like the story of that movie.
Yeah, it's a well written story. Yeah, that's all I can say really.
Well, they were the first to do that multiverse crossover with Spider-Man, and yeah, they did it really well too.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one. When is the second one supposed to be coming out?
Was that next year sometime?
Yeah, I think
Is
so.
it? Okay. Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
I think May. No. Maybe.
But there's one thing that we've neglected so far in this show,
Mm.
and that is
What is that?
figures.
Oh, we're gonna take a look at who's coming down the runway today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's cut some stuff up. I got my machete out.
And October 7th is
October.
when Spider-Verse 2 comes out.
Oh, I got a lot of time. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we starting off with my boy.
Oh yeah.
They announced the No Way Home Strange, which is
Yep.
awesome.
I don't even have to say it. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and it's Hot Toys, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I won't be buying that one.
You know, one of these days I'm going to get you a Strange Hot Toy, man.
Hey, listen, man, Strange. I mean, there's other companies. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is awesome.
Just the one from the first movie, even, is just freaking spectacular.
Yeah. I mean,
And the accessories with this one,
it's killer,
freaking
man.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a great looking
I'm just not
figure.
giving Hot Toys my money, but yeah, Bean, you can buy it for me. I'll gladly take a Hot Toy as a gift.
Yeah. I'll totally take that light up platform too.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's freaking awesome.
mm-hmm.
I'll just take the whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
But that's the main reason why I want this, is all these accessories.
absolutely.
Way more than the first one.
That is sweet.
And you could even
Look at
take some of the first one's accessories, I'm sure, and just mix and match.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah.
I was
Awesome
hoping
base.
I was hoping they'd put out a Strange for this one so I can give him that look that he had when he first showed up in the hoodie and the jacket and the sweatpants and with the mug and yeah.
What about in No Way Home where he's coming down the stairs and he's got snow boots on and he almost slips at the bottom of the steps?
Yep.
That
was hilarious.
I forgot about that. That's awesome.
And I'm the only one in the theater that laughed at that. I'm like, did you guys see that?
Really?
The snow boots
Yeah.
on him? Snow boots.
Yep.
But that is, see, now you take me back to another point. See, this is why I had to give it an 8.5. It's just you come on. If even if he comes back after the blip, it hasn't been 5 years for Strange. Wong should have said, "Listen, this really belongs to you." He would have handed it back over to Strange. I didn't like that. There's just no way. He would have handed it back to Strange.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know. 5 years is a long time, and you gotta.
That's true.
You're
But
the Sorcerer Supreme for 5 years, and then.
And I keep forgetting this is the cinematic universe. In the comic books, he was I guess you could say servant, more of a student than he. In this universe, he's like his. What do you call him? Alfred.
Mm.
You know, like Batman and Alfred, he's like Strange as Alfred. In a way.
Yeah. I think he kicks a little more ass than Alfred, though. So.
Yeah.
Especially if you talk to Emil.
Oh, yep. Made him punch himself. Yeah, that was awesome.
Now, yeah, I dig that box too, where he contains the rip in the movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many beings did you see in those silhouettes when the universe rips open? Okay, Rhino.
There was at least 4.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he noticed Rhino first. I didn't even.
Yeah.
Scorpion.
Scorpion. There was like a Craven the Hunter, supposedly.
I was. Nice. That's what I wasn't sure about. That's who I
almost thought I saw a Venom in there, but that could have been the Rhino.
I want Craven, bro. That dude, man, I remember reading him in Spider-Man. He gave Spider-Man some time. I want to see Craven the Hunter. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're making a movie, I think, of Craven the Hunter.
Let's do it.
It's with what's his name? The guy who played Quicksilver.
Oh no.
In Age of Ultron.
Yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah.
Man. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, the actor that plays him, I think, should be more on like the level of a Wolverine kind of guy, like
Momoa.
Yeah, like a Momoa.
We need somebody who's really he's got to be more intimidating looking. Should be big, beefy. No, man. All right, we'll see. Listen, I enjoyed Shang-Chi. I'm telling you right now, it is not even close to my Shang-Chi. The only reason why I give the movie high marks is because even though it's not my Shang-Chi, I like what they did with this version of him. But it's far from the original Shang-Chi. If you read that original comic book, he was so much cooler than Simu Liu, or whatever his name is. So much cooler.
Simu Liu.
There you go. Yeah. But this is, like I said, if I gave my money to Hot Toys, this would be bought in a minute. But there's other licensed companies and third parties that do Doctor Strange, isn't it? Somebody else came out with a Strange.
You can find them in a Marvel.
The Marvel Legends or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, no. I'm talking about there's other
third-party Stranges. No.
Has there been another 6-scale company to do Strange?
No.
No.
Nope.
They've done
I'm pretty
sure.
the only company.
Really?
The first villain. What's his face? Caecilius?
The guy with the dark eyes.
Caecilius. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Caecilius was made from third party.
And then they also did the girl, the trainer. Well, not the trainer.
Oh, the ancient one.
with the bald head.
Oh, yeah.
Third party.
Yeah, she's got like no neck, so it's like it's weird looking.
Okay. Well,
They
listen.
still need to make a Wong. They still need to make a Wong.
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm telling you, I would hold off. As much as I like Strange, I'm like, nah, I'll just wait till the company comes along. Hopefully, it'll be a good head sculpt.
Hmm.
I'm not giving them my money.
Yeah, the only other company that can is Sideshow. Not from the movies, but they could do a comic book version,
Mhm.
6 scale.
Talking like I'm a 6-scale collector. I love it.
Soon, man.
Soon.
Yeah.
You can
Hey,
sell all
listen.
your Marvel Legends and be like, I want the Hot Toys.
I've been watching all of these all of these YouTube channels for a year. I'm no idiot. I learned a lot already.
Hmm.
I'm even sitting up here pricing this stuff with you guys. I'm surprised how close I'm getting to $1 amount. I'm like, oh, I must be learning something.
Yeah.
And I am not the brightest bulb in the drawer, believe me. But I know one thing I have to say, I do know quality. I mean, but then again, I come from a history of working with a consulting firm. We were like doctors for businesses.
Mm.
So we had to go in and analyze everything from quality control. Because when these guys are talking as QC, I know all of this stuff, man. We had to certify companies, go in and help them with their profitability and all of that stuff. So, when they're sitting around talking about this stuff, that's the stuff I know. I don't know the collecting end of it, but I know the industry and how the industry works. I just don't know how it works with collectors. I know they give you guys a lot of grief. I know that. Or some of them do, at least.
And what I would like to know is why Doctor Strange still wears the Eye of Agamotto.
I want them in those yellow gloves, man. Give me them yellow gloves with me.
Yeah.
That's an OG.
That'd been really cool. Like he had that look in Ragnarok.
Yeah. Come on, man.
That would have been awesome.
Mm-hmm. Well, you could just put gloves on him. I guess you can just make hands and make the gloves.
Listen, I can't cry too much. I can't believe there's a real life Doctor Strange. I mean, I grew up loving this guy in the comics. I can't be happier to see him being like the focal point now that we've been able to usher out Iron Man. But they just gotta stop writing him like he's, they gotta. I understand the humor that's gotta be with Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
They just made him a little too impetuous. This movie, he was sloppy, and that's just not the Doctor Strange I know.
Yeah, I concur.
They'll probably fix him up in the second movie.
They better, because he's coming up against his counter.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And knowing Benedict Cumberbatch, he's salivating over this role. I bet you he's going to kill it as an evil Doctor Strange. He's gonna kill it. You know it.
Yep.
Now I got a question. Do you guys think Scarlet Witch will turn evil in this one, or possibly be good?
No, she's going to. Well, I shouldn't be so definitive. I think she's going to.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be questionable, but I think she's going to eventually bring her alliance over to Strange.
I think she may or may not be the villain in the movie.
I don't think she's going to.
I don't know. That trailer kind of played it differently.
Yeah.
Well, the trailer played it as if she. I mean, it was just the first meeting, though, right? I mean, it looked to me like, I mean, he's coming to her. Hey, I know about. He said, I know about Westview. It's not like he's ignorant to what's going on. He knows what's going on.
But if something happens, like she realizes, the multiverse and figuring out all that, and tries to go for her kids, and Doctor Strange denies her of that, it's not going to be good.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
Yes,
but well, that trailer also made it seem like, hey, your actions in Spider-Man, yeah, they're coming back to bite you in the ass because this shit
Yep.
Yeah.
is changing. So
See, that's that.
there's
I know that in the comic books he wasn't responsible for this, or I could be wrong, but I don't remember this. But maybe.
She's not the same person we saw in WandaVision.
Says she's not the same person we saw in WandaVision. I'm curious as to what is motivating her now. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's not really. You don't get anything whether or not she's going to go with him or not. At least not from the trailer.
Right.
Or did I miss something? I don't know.
It looked like she was with Strange and not
It's
against.
it's her best way. I mean, it's her best bet if she has any inkling of trying to get Vision back.
Yeah.
It's the. I mean, that's
I
her
think,
best.
that's probably the main thing driving her right now is her
Main
kids
thing
and
driving her.
Vision.
And then Strange will probably go, you can't do that. Come on now.
Mhm.
It's like, well, wait a minute. Then she wasn't around, but remember, the Watcher put Black Widow in a different universe at the end.
Yeah.
Say, oh, we'll put you here. You're missing. So we just throw you there, and plus you got folks that you know. They just don't know you, but they do know you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like they can't be moved around in multiverses like little chess pieces. So that's the conflict here. Strange is like, no, you can't do this, and Watcher's like, well, maybe you can.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, her whole planet was dead pretty much.
So can we say we found a hole? I mean, I don't know. I don't know anymore. Plus, listen, Strange, according to What If, okay, so that's canon, right? So we know Strange knows the Watcher.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Mordo's back.
Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, Mordo.
Hold on, guys. Is there a possibility that we could see the Watcher in the Multitude of Madness?
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would be.
That'd be Jeffrey
possible.
Wright too. That would be awesome.
We have the What If Doctor Strange is going to be in the multiverse.
Yeah. Yeah, that one
And-
that they showed,
Maybe right.
he looked a little more evil than.
But is he supposed to represent the Doctor Strange we saw in What If?
I don't think so. That one looked a little different.
Why not?
And the one in What If, well, he's sitting in his own messed up universe, but
Yeah.
he was also good towards the end. He was remorseful of what happened, and he knew he messed up. So I don't think.
How do we know
that's-
that doesn't happen to this one in the multiverse? We don't know.
Yeah.
Any thoughts there, Big Collector? What do you think Strange will
know.
happen?
I think the possibility of the Watchers probably maybe 25% because
Ooh.
I don't know if they're gonna like do a thing where they take What If and make it like live action, like kind of pull, I guess, certain elements from it. It all depends where this is going, though.
Mhm.
You're gonna
I
see
know.
a Captain
I'm
Britain.
curious.
Get ready.
Yeah, that's true.
coming.
She's supposed to be in it.
I would love to see
Live
that.
action. You're gonna see a live action Captain Britain. She's coming right out of What If
Mhm.
in human form.
Can't wait.
And if that's happening, I'm telling you guys, even all they need to do at the end of the Multiverse of Madness, we don't know where the story's going to be. I have no idea what's happening. All they got to do at the very end of even the middle credits, you see the Watcher peeking his head out of a cloud or something. You know? Or, I don't know. They're bringing the multiverse. They're bringing What If over.
Yeah.
And this evil Doctor Strange. Okay, it may not be the same one. It may be coming from another multiverse, but it's tying right into the what if. So I don't know.
There's been a lot of speculation on whether or not they're going to bring that animated What If into the live action. And
Well, I heard
seems
Captain
like
Britain
they're
is
starting
definite.
to.
It's a definite. I thought Captain Britain was a definite.
Oh, she is. Britain's a definite, but
Well, then that's what if.
if you were to take, well, they're already doing the zombies. I think that's animated too. I think, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Well, that's
So they're
yeah,
continuing it with
yeah.
that. And then
but isn't there a live actress going to
Any
show
one
up
of
as
those.
Captain Britain?
what if the next threat is Ultron again?
Well, let's see him and bring him in that what if persona. If listen, if Ultron shows up in the MCU movies, he's coming in as the Ultron from What If, because they know that that's what everybody wants.
Yeah.
They know
Yeah.
it.
And honestly, they should have
I'd
picked a
actually-
different.
Would you say, Big?
Oh, you can go.
No, go ahead, man. Because you have that delay. We need to let you get in here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it'd be interesting to, bring Ultron back in, seeing, how they would do it. Being Doctor Strange 2 is coming out. So, I don't know. I would actually love to see that, though. Ultron. The ultimate.
Done properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know it's going to
Age of
happen.
Ultron.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, they should
Because Marvel likes to go back and knit stuff up
Yeah.
that they've torn. They did this with Spider-Man. They're going to do it with the Age of Ultron. They're going to
Now,
knit
what
it.
if they do
They're going to
Secret
bring
Wars?
Ultron in and make that movie a better movie. Because a lot of people are saying they're going back and they're watching the Spider-Man movies from the past, and they're changing their mind on what they feel about them. That's what happens when you have good writing.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can take stuff that you messed up and at least, spruce it up.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. It's amazing. There are so many. They're light years beyond anything DC's doing right now.
Oh yeah.
Light years.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
It is. It's not even.
Mhm.
It's not even close.
That's a shame too, because there's so much from DC you could do.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know
much.
what they're waiting for, though, honestly. Like, just there's so many comics out there of DC, of Batman, you got Superman, so many things to do. I mean, I don't know. I think DC's always been like this, just kind of late to the game. I don't know.
No. At one time, DC was dominant over. Marvel was coming out with crappy movies.
Superman
At one
and
time,
Batman came
DC was
first.
actually coming out with better stuff.
Hmm.
And then Marvel got, they shook
It
them
could've
up a
been.
litw bit after the last two Fantastic Fours. It's like, listen, you already had it going on with Blade, all right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna give it another shot. We'll bring Iron Man in and juice him up, see what we can do with him. And then he popped off so great, just popped up. Robert, don't get me wrong, I'm sick of Iron Man, but Robert Downey Jr. was a great choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to imagine Tom Cruise in that role.
I heard about that, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
Not
He
saying he
already
probably couldn't do well. I'm just saying, now that it's over, and people are sitting there, what about Tom Cruise?
can you see him?
I'm glad he was doing Mission Impossible. What?
I cannot see his
I
head
mean, he
sculpt
could
on
be
that
in
armor.
Secret Wars.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
could be.
And
He just can't. I can't see.
he stopped filming Mission Impossible for like a week and filmed something in Atlanta.
That guy's on a whole different level. I don't even think he's human.
Vampire.
Yeah. I mean, look at dude. Willem Dafoe. You could have actually taken every villain out of that movie and just had Willem Dafoe, and it'd have still been bad. That guy, do you know he did his own stunts, right?
Mm-hmm.
That
Oh, yeah?
was in his contract.
He insisted on it. Yep.
Now,
Helped him get into the character.
How badass is that?
Mm-hmm.
Now, people haven't
I
seen
mean-
he'd play a good Joker.
I
No,
would like to
Oh.
see.
I don't.
I would-
Don't
I
you
would like-
dare. Don't you dare disrespect Willem Dafoe. And I'll tell you why. Who owns the Green Goblin in the MCU? Who owns it? What actor?
Willem
Um,
Dafoe.
What
Yeah.
actor owns Green Goblin in the MCU? Willem Dafoe.
Oh.
What actor owns Joker in DC?
Oh.
There's many to choose. There's plenty to choose from.
Yeah.
I
That's not
don't
a
want
fair
Willem
question.
Dafoe to leave a landmark. That's Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin is every rumination of the Joker by every actor that DC's ever had.
Hmm.
So why would Willem Dafoe
Fair
go and
point.
become the Joker and be on a list of a bunch of other ones when he can stand there and go, "Why don't you guys come over here and be the Green Goblin?"
Mhm.
I don't want him to see him. I don't want him to lower his standards and be a part of a roster of jokers. You guys know I'm not gonna. I'm
Well-
coming here with blades drawn. I don't play.
Yeah. I think under different circumstances, I think he would be a good Joker.
I think it'd be a great.
And I think
Joker.
the
Great
roster,
Joker.
under different circumstances, the roster of who played Joker would be a little shorter too.
Let me tell you something. If he came in and became did the Joker, he'd probably be at the top
Mm-hmm.
or really close. I mean, it's gonna be
Now-
come on.
Now, what
Yes.
universe would the Joker be in? Like, which Batman movie series? What he'd
Well,
be good at.
listen, I'm not a fan of the Zack Snyder verse, but that's kind of where you'd put him. He Willem Dafoe would have to be a super dark Joker.
Hmm.
He's the Joker that killed the whole family. In
Killing Joke.
if you're gonna bring all right, I take that back. If you're gonna bring Willem Dafoe in as the Joker, can we get that story?
Yeah.
If you can't give me that, I don't want to see him.
It depends on how dark, I guess, DC or Warner Brothers are.
Oh man. Oh, DC
Ready
is
to
willing
take
to take it there. DC is willing. They don't care.
Yeah.
That's probably why they're not having too many successful movies. They really don't care.
Yeah.
But they act
Well,
like they don't.
They're too worried about their heroes and villains having guns and the toys selling without guns. That's what their main concern is.
Yeah.
They don't like money.
You want to be dark, but you don't want to have guns with your toys. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Another figure released. Today? Was it today? I think it was
Oh
today.
yeah.
Ooh, I think I know what that is.
I don't think I saw this one because I was gone most of the day. I was out in the field.
He is
So
out now and available to purchase,
what are we talking
to
about?
have in your home.
Oh, whatever.
The battle damaged.
Okay, now I have a question
Hmm.
about this. Have you
Go
guys
ahead.
seen on Facebook the posts that of people complaining about the back of the figure?
How about
Why
if
was
I'm
it-
complaining about the
What's wrong
whole
with the
thing?
back of the figure now?
What do
The
they show
back?
the back? Oh, I know people
Yeah,
were complaining about the
well-
helmet that it wasn't battle damage enough.
No, I haven't heard any gripes yet about the back of the figure.
Oh, good lord!
Or how it's not,
Yeah,
or how
I've
it's
seen,
not battle
um,
damaged.
Facebook posts.
Oh.
I
It's
love
battle
the
damage.
picking apart
I see.
of these figures
This is one reason why I'm not getting it. So
because of the back.
because of it's just why do I need this Iron Man? I've got the fresh,
Well,
I've
because
got the
there's
fresh and clean Iron Man right on my shelf. So
S-beam. S-beam. There are guys out here that will buy
Well, I
every
mean,
iteration.
I know.
Well, here's the thing about like getting this figure. I mean, it is the last, I guess, Hot Toys Iron Man figure that we will see, like being Robert Downey Jr. I think.
Oh,
making-
really?
If he doesn't
Of the new
play
ones,
another
yeah,
role, I guess. Yeah, the new one.
This is the last of the
So,
the
mean-
final film version.
Uh,
Yeah.
But they've got more. They'll never stop making this guy.
No.
Yeah.
Listen, they can't
they'll-
stop making Batman Begins, whatever. That friggin' trilogy is 10 years old, bro.
Mhm.
And they're still coming out with figures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even
Robert
if his
Downey
likeness
Jr.
ain't there.
Man, they
That
gotta
was
do.
that was the height of DC. So that was their first
they're
$1 billion
gonna milk
movie.
This guy. They're gonna milk this guy for years.
Hmm.
He ain't going nowhere.
They got to turn all their previous lines into, or all their previous figures into diecast as well, if they want.
Well,
Yeah.
But no, I understand what you're saying. This is probably the last Robert Downey Jr. head sculpt we're gonna get.
Yeah.
okay.
That's not already inside of a helmet.
All right.
Unless they make the Hall of Armor, they finish that off like
Yeah.
they said they were gonna do.
Mm.
I want to get this
God
figure.
bless him. You know, whatever.
I want that head sculpt for sure.
It's a good head sculpt.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, but what's the
I
deal?
think I like.
I mean, it's not 100%, but it's not bad.
Mhm.
What's the deal with the back? What is the issue?
You didn't see it?
I don't know.
It's not
Just
battle
people
damage.
saying it was clean.
Oh, it's too-
I don't really
It's
understand.
not.
Well, nobody
that's
shot him
good.
in the area. I mean,
I
you can have a. Oh well, yeah, I guess if he's leaning back on stage, he should be maybe marred up. Yeah, you can't. Well, that makes
know.
sense.
They
If you
don't-
got that much damage in the front,
Yeah.
something's got to be in the back.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't really. There we go.
I mean, that's
Oh.
just what I've heard. I guess.
No. See,
Zoom and enhance.
that's that's a fair criticism. That's kind of
Yes.
showing.
Yeah.
'Cause it's easy not to do it. It saves time. It's just like McFarlane when he can put more paint on a figure and he doesn't.
Mhm.
Wait,
You
there's
could
a little
put
bit
more
right here.
damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit of
Yeah.
dirt right there.
I mean, I don't know. Come on, guys.
No.
Yeah, they got a little lazy with the back and the helmet. Like I saw one post
Oh man.
that it wasn't scraped up enough.
You know
Somebody's
something?
like, it was
He's
supposed to look
right.
like this, and they
Think they
posted a
could-
picture of it.
If you're gonna have that much damage right around his shoulders and chest,
The
he's
helmet's
got
gonna
to
be
have.
messed up.
Oh, this is But see, this is what you guys are gonna get, or some of you guys. And when I say you guys, I don't mean us in the room. This is what you guys get when you keep buying this garbage.
Hmm. Yeah.
But there's some guys out there. I'll get it anyway. I'll get it anyway, and they're listening to you. Okay, we can give them half-finished stuff. They'll buy it anyway.
Mhm.
These guys are listening to these YouTube videos. Because
Yeah.
you know they are.
You're
They're
not,
listening.
you're not necessarily going to look at the back of him though, too. So, I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of messed up that they don't finish the job, but I mean, you're not going to really look at the back of him anyway.
No, but should you be? But
What
you
if you
still.
got him on a rotating platform?
But here's the. There you go. And here's the problem.
In
You're
the
still.
snap pose where he's on his knees.
But the problem is you're still paying for the back.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
You're paying
Yeah.
for the lack of detail.
Yep. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, but
Did he use this shield on the battlefield?
no.
Who knows?
Nope.
I don't remember. Oh, unless he was using it in the fight in Wakanda.
No, he used it to
I
protect
think he was. though.
Rocket and Hawkeye when
Listen.
Hulk was snapping. That's the only time he used that.
Are you sure
Okay,
he didn't use
so-
it when he was fighting Thanos? I don't.
I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't remember, man. There was so much going on in those two movies. Who remembers anything?
Yeah,
I mean,
This
maybe
is
if
just
they
from
released
Endgame.
this figure, a little bit before,
yeah,
you
and
might
I
remember.
he
don't
did
know
use
where
it. He did
I'm
use a
in-
shield against Thanos in Infinity War, but it wasn't one of those. It was an actual
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
nanotech.
nanotech shield, metal, and
Yeah.
This is, and from what I hear, this is pretty cheap plastic too.
Oh, yeah,
I would doubt.
they included one with the Neon Tech Mark 50, and it was just like a flimsy, translucent thing that it was bad.
And
Yeah.
quite honestly, that head sculpt could still be better. I mean, just
Now, I will say the prototype I think is better than
Oh,
the
he
newer version.
just
Yeah,
see that's
I
nah.
think they slimmed the.
I don't like that. That's
Well,
not him.
I think they slimmed the face down a little bit. Though.
Yeah,
I think they
yeah.
leaned more towards
Too much.
the first Mark 85 head sculpt.
It's
Yeah,
Yeah,
off.
the Tony
It's
Stank.
off. It's off.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, really. Yeah, okay, yeah, it looks sort of like him, but you can mistake that for somebody else, really.
Yeah. Andre says Hot Toys have taken a little less care
on
with some
certain
releases
angles.
recently. Maybe they are feeling the pressure of all the pre-order they have committed to.
Man, they ain't feeling no pressure.
Well, there's a feeling
they
pressure
got-
on getting them released.
Yeah, because they're late on so many.
Yeah, but
This one is a late one.
Yeah.
This
Pennywise.
one should have been out a while ago.
they're
Pennywise.
not worried about
Only
it.
Will's getting that one anyway, so it doesn't matter.
They're not worried about it. These guys that come out with concepts, promos, demos, whatever you want to call them, and never release them. They like to dangle carrots,
Like
right?
that,
It's happened.
the one from Guardians of the Galaxy, the Mantis. No, not Mantis.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Mantis
The one
was
with the
teased.
tentacles.
Oh, that's
and in so many of the pictures too, and they still haven't released
A
it. yet.
Drax,
I want-
Drax was
yeah.
teased. They made a prototype of Drax from Volume 2, and he's not.
Man, I want Marvel Legends to do that Mantis so bad. I want a
Yep.
6-inch of Mantis.
I mean, how do you not complete a team?
I know, right?
Especially Guardians of the Galaxy.
I know. I got all the
Because,
other
like,
Volume
I
2
guess.
characters
Yeah.
Once
except for
again,
Drax.
Yep.
it's the Asian market.
Yeah. It's,
That answers all of the
Yeah.
questions. Every question that you have about why Hot Toys does what it does, because it's an
Well,
Asian
some
market.
of it is licensing. I mean, Batista probably wanted
Yeah.
a ton of money.
But he
I mean, they made Shang-Chi.
gave his likeness to Dune. He gave his likeness to Dune, so I'm sure you can give him enough money, he'll do it. Whatever you need
Yeah,
to do.
that's probably. Maybe they probably don't want to give him that money either.
yeah.
Right.
it might-
Sometimes it's not about, well, I don't want you to. You can't use my likeness. This is not enough to use my license
Mhm.
or use my likeness. So we don't. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe we'll
You know
get
what
one with
surprised
the
me?
third Guardians films.
I hope so because I need one.
Me too.
Well, hey, maybe another license or third party.
Yeah. If they don't get one with the next movie, then I guarantee you a third party will make a Drax.
That doggone Hot Toys is the gold standard. You guys said so. But you know something? If a Hot Toy is never in my hand, I don't know what I'm missing. So if I'm buying like figures from other third parties or other licensed stuff, I don't know what I'm missing if I don't buy anything from Hot Toys. I mean, I could see a figure and I go, wow, that looks great. I'd love to own it. Don't have to though.
Yeah.
You know, what recently surprised me was them making the Marty McFly figures from Back to the Future.
Yeah, that was.
And
I'm
Dude.
surprised at how big Back to the Future is in China.
Yeah,
That's really-
yeah,
that's shocking.
Japan.
I think it was
Japan
Japan.
mainly.
Is it Japan?
Yeah, it was for the
Yeah.
Japan
That's
consumers.
I guess I couldn't be too surprised by that. Because one thing Japan really knows is high tech.
Yeah, and they're pretty big on Back to the Future, I guess, in Japan. So
At one time, Japan led the world when it came to innovation. Nobody could touch them. Especially back in the 70s, man. All of the stuff that came out in the 70s and 80s were coming out of Japan. The Walkman. I mean, just CD players. All of this stuff. They owned it. What China owns is the ability to replicate, which is different than technology. They're excellent at replication. I told you guys they know how to replicate food. They were replicating eggs with yolk. There was no nutritional value because it was all synthetic, but you couldn't tell the difference. That was the whole scam. They were trying to get eggs into the marketplace worldwide, and they were synthetically creating eggs that broke open with yolk. That is a fact.
Yeah, that's
They're
great.
fantastic at it. That's why Hot Toys are so good at what they do. These figures.
What you looking at, Big
Well,
Collector?
speaking of Hot Toys, I just got a post here on Instagram that Matrix.
Oh yeah, I just looked at that too. You were like,
Okay.
whoa! I was like, what is he
You
whoa
got something to show? Is there something to show, SB?
Yeah, I can.
All right. Oh, wait a minute. You know something? I saw that earlier today. You're right. Yeah, there was a YouTube video. You know when you see all these little windows, it talked about there was a Matrix. Now, is this better than the one that we saw? Wait a minute. What was the one that we saw? We talked about a couple of weeks ago. We talked about this because the jaw was big.
Hot Toys is coming back to the Matrix.
Yeah,
But SB,
Ooh, I see that,
didn't we talk about? Wait, I'm thinking the Crow. I'm
Yeah, it
sorry.
was the Crow. Yep.
Yeah.
They're gonna stick John Wick's head on top of a Neo.
Like I was telling Rob on the last show, I'm not excited about the Matrix movie, but I want to see it because it really looks more like John Wick in the Matrix world. So
yeah, they could just take that Johnny Silverhand head sculpt.
Yeah.
And,
not a big Matrix fan, but a huge John Wick fan. John Wick is
John
awesome. Great. Another one of to me, that's another movie. That's a great trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
All three movies are bangers.
Yep.
You know what I want to see? I want to see a crossover. John Wick and Denzel Washington's Equalizer.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Did you guys see the first Equalizer movie, Denzel's Equalizer? If you haven't,
I think when it first came out, that
movie is killer. Oh man, I love you. Give me. That's why I'm such a big James Bond fan. I love when one guy takes on everything. And you just can't, and you can't stop him. I love unstoppable guys. And so that John Wick is that for me. But Denzel Washington in that first Equalizer movie, nobody in that whole movie ever best. There was one person in that movie that got a punch in.
Dang.
But nobody in that movie can touch him. Oh, he was so badass. And the second movie was good too, man. That second movie was good. So I would love to see a crossover. Oh my goodness. John Wick. That would be great.
Yeah, that'd be really interesting.
I wonder if Denzel Washington would be good playing a Marvel or a DC character.
Oh, come on. He could have done Kang.
Oh, yeah.
He'd have been an older Kang, but he could have done him.
Yeah, I think they lucked out pretty good with Jonathan Majors.
Oh, he's good. He's good.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's going to be really good. Yeah. Denzel Washington would have made a great father to Black Panther.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
He'd have been
yeah. I didn't think about
awesome.
that, yeah.
Wouldn't it have been crazy to see Denzel Washington just not even with the mask on, but the rest of his body in the Black Panther outfit? Oh my God. The audience would lose their minds.
Yeah.
That would be so
Yeah.
cool.
I'm curious how the Black Panther 2 movie is going to play out.
Yeah, that's going to
Yeah,
be
with-
real interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
can't
some
wait for
people,
that.
The mantle.
will Shiri take over the mantle? I mean, she does in the comics, but
Mhm.
I would
Uh,
think it's
I'm
probably
kind
where.
of
Mhm.
I'm kind of mad how they well, not necessarily mad, but I guess a little down by how they played his death, Chadwick's death,
Hmm.
or Black Panther's death. You know how what's his name killed him? The guy
Killmonger?
in Winter.
I mean,
No, not Kill. No. How what's his name? The one in the purple coat and the purple mask.
Zemo.
all right.
Zemo.
Yeah, Zemo.
Mhm.
You know how he killed Black Panther? I guess I was a little about that. I don't know.
Nice.
I got him in a diorama, and the Hulk is reaching over to snatch that book out of his hand. Because I got him, and when people say you can't pose, get these, I'm telling you, you have to work with a figure to get them to stand up on one leg. So I got him running up to a microphone because apparently somebody told him it was open mic night. I got him I got him running up to a microphone with his book, so he's getting ready to talk some smack, and I got the Hulk reaching over to grab the book. Hulk don't want to hear your mouth. Eventually I'll show you guys the whole diorama. It's really cool. But it's
Yeah.
I got the Hulk he's like, nah, we don't want to hear you, bro.
Yeah.
But go
Honestly,
ahead. I'm sorry, Big. What you said about Zemo? Go ahead.
I was saying how they played off his death, like Black Panther's death, how they killed him and all like that. I was kind of like, I don't know. I guess just weird or confused a
Like,
little bit.
do you think they didn't make a big enough deal about it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if he'll be in the next one because in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they took Zemo back to Wakanda.
Mhm.
My
I think they
problem,
will.
my only problem is that I think it's a mistake to retire Black Panther and not
Yeah, I
just
was
go ahead
really
and give it to
hoping.
another. I think the worst thing you can do is retire the character.
Yeah, I really wish they would consider recasting.
You never listen. Black Panther existed decades before he was born.
Mm-hmm.
Every superhero iteration from a human actor was created before that actor was born. You got a million Batmen, you've had a million Supermen. We had a movie just now with three Spider-Men in it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get another Black Panther. It doesn't disrespect Chadwick Boseman. The other thing the other harm that you do is that children, particularly African American children, this is a hero they finally get to look up to. Now you're going to snatch a major influence for that particular sector of your audience away. It's you finally give them something, and then you just it's wrong. I don't like the idea of that.
Yeah,
But
even Chadwick knew that this character was bigger than him. He said that, and he would hope that somebody would carry on T'Challa after him.
That's how you respect them.
Yep. And there's the multiverse.
What
Like you
actor
could,
do you think would be?
Oh my God. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. I would have to sit and think. I mean, that's not. That's nothing I could come up with. I would, or at least not. I'd have to sit and think about it. And then there's a lot of young black actors out there that are doing great work that I've never even seen yet.
Yeah.
So I can't even answer it.
Andre, have you seen the premiere Toys Mad Max figure just released? Oh yeah, I pre-ordered him.
I think I saw that.
I'm on the fence about him. Outfit looks good, but the head is poor.
Oh really?
Is he talking about the big guy, the one? What's his name?
The Mel Gibson Mad Max figure.
Oh, the guy from the last movie who was on the big. He was like, what was that line? He
So just released or just announced?
Isn't he the guy in the last movie that said mediocre? He had long blonde hair and some weird looking. I saw it. I know. I know what he's talking.
Mad Max.
Yeah.
Is,
it wasn't. It's not Mel Gibson. It's one of the characters in it. I know who he's talking about.
Oh yeah, but no, this is the actual character of Mel Gibson's Mad Max.
Oh, it's so we're talking about a Mel Gibson head sculpt.
Yeah.
Oh, how does that look? That's me
uh,
trying to find a picture. I think.
KG Hobby has
I
it.
am trying.
I'll go to
KG
KG Hobby on
has-
Instagram.
All right.
Mel Gibson figure just released, so they released it. And,
All right, man.
and I
All
saw
right, now are we
earlier.
talking? Is KG licensed a third party? What?
Yeah, they sell a whole bunch of 6-scale stuff.
But are they licensed or third party?
Um,
What are they? Or a licensed third party?
I think they do all of it. They do licensed and unlicensed.
Okay. All right. So there's another place I can go to get figures other than Hot Toys. There you go. Hot Toys don't have a Mad Max. I dug it. I
Right.
got the movies here. I mean, Beyond Thunderdome, not so. All right. Okay. So, yes, that's the young Mel Gibson, but it ain't. No,
Yeah.
that
I think
is
I think
horrid.
possibly if they
That-
could repaint that, it might
That's a-
turn out better.
Not. It's a
but
nightmare.
not because
I think
That's
the body
horrible.
looks good, you know. But I don't know about the head,
I'd
I guess.
love to have a Mad
I
Max.
hear you.
Mel Gibson
Yeah.
figure,
But do you want it with that head sculpt? Bet not.
repaint it. I think. Ooh,
Oh, come on. Oof.
why does that look like the guy
Dude,
who plays?
I can go to Hobby Lobby and get some Play-Doh, and I can do a better job.
That looks like Bill from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. But in Lost Boys. That
I was
looks
about to
like
say that.
that actor.
Good one, Blue. Sorry if I'm loud in the mic, but that was a good one.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's-
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
It's-
quite a bit. Yeah.
quite. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they need to.
Yeah, so,
The dog too. That's pretty cool.
but it looks porcelain.
Because
What
Yeah.
the? Are you?
Wasteland Gladiator.
I really like the Taylor.
Come on, man.
Yeah, yeah. If you
Oh,
can
you gotta be kidding me.
get the head.
Really, Earl?
The head sculpt is okay. It needs to be repainted. Yeah, that's exactly.
Repainted?
That's why I think. I think if it's repainted
I think
to more
I
Mel Gibson's,
I mean, it's.
uh,
I can
likeness?
see. It's.
it'd be a lot better. The paint isn't there. That's the only. That's and you'd have a better head sculpt.
I don't know. There's a little more.
But-
I don't know, man. It looks like a little more than paint's necessary.
Yeah,
But even okay. Let
Mel
me
Gibson
give
in
it.
that movie didn't. I mean, he sort of looked like that.
Yeah, I
but-
mean, there's a younger Mel. I can see a likeness,
Yeah,
and his hair was pretty goofy,
yeah.
but I just don't like how it's textured. That's horrible, man. That hair is just. I mean, even if it's gonna look. I mean, look at the Joker, right? He's got the worst. He doesn't even wash his hair. At least when they do the figures, it looks it's unkept, but it looks like hair. This, it's unkept, but it just doesn't look like hair.
Mm.
Andre says Snyderman does a good Madman sculpt, but I'm not sure if it's worth buying the guy and then having to buy a custom head. Yeah, that's
It can be spendy.
That's what I
sure.
don't like about the 6-scale game. It's costly, and it doesn't have to be. And now I got to buy this figure and change my head over, but I bought this. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You
But
guys are,
like Rum said, I think
I'll be right back, fellas. I'll be right back.
okay.
The better paint,
Yeah.
it
It could also be down to license.
yeah.
Too.
Okay, let's say it's.
I don't know, because So Toys is knocking it out of the park with that like Kingpin and that classic Loki, and that looks pretty dang close.
So Toys got
I
it
wonder
going.
If So Toys can get that close, so can these guys if they're good enough.
So Toys would be one of the main companies I'd be buying stuff from.
Yep.
Honestly, if Sosa Toys had the license for Loki and Marvel and all that, I think they'd actually be pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know who else? You know who else would kill this? 3-0.
Yeah. They're
Like they've been doing with their
Game of
Bumblebee
Thrones
Their
figures.
line.
stuff is banger too, bro.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm a
But
Transformer.
you know something, Blue? You and S-Beam would be a better authority. When you say, "Oh, it just needs paint," I'm going to have to go with you. You guys know what you're talking about, and so you're telling me you can paint this up and get it closer to him. It doesn't need any like shaving. It needs paint. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I mean, it ain't.
I think with the skin texture and
Yeah.
I think it could be a lot better. It'd have a fair shot at being better anyway. Sorry to derail the conversation, but appreciate
you're not.
your input. Oh no, it's all good, man.
You're invigorating the conversation.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, giving us something to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, the paint on this is just pretty flat to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that look in his eyes of the hold am I? I mean, I don't even know what's going on with that look.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have to admit, I mean, he does look somewhat like a young Mel Gibson. It's just,
Yeah, it's just
I couldn't have that. I at least as it is now, that couldn't be standing in my space. But yeah, KG Hobby.
Mhm.
You guys ever buy from him?
I have not.
Have you ever seen anything else that looked like on the scale of like a 3-0 or So Toys? By these guys? Do they have? See, this dog is
KG Hobby just sells them.
Oh.
Premier Toys is the one that made this guy.
Oh. Premier made them.
Mm-hmm.
What is their reputation like?
I don't know.
Okay, all right. Fair enough.
Still fairly quiet, I think.
I know I've heard it before, but
Yeah.
let's see.
Mm. No, Andre, you're not derailing. I love trash and stuff. Just throw it at
Yep. Yeah, all conversation is welcomed.
Yep.
Yeah. Put it on the radar, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, they're also the ones that made the Warlord, the blonde dude with the mask.
Oh,
That's
did
the
they?
one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, they also did that one too, and this Mad Max.
Yeah, that was the one.
So
Yeah, that was the one I was talking about. It was the
This guy.
oh yeah,
They so made this guy. But
yeah, dude.
It looks so good.
Mm-hmm.
it's killer, man.
I'm just not a fan of the suit.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't have put him in all white either.
Well,
Put him in. I'd put him in the
You're a lawyer.
classic.
Wait, there's a 2.0?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a 2.0
Yeah, I
coming.
saw this earlier too.
What's the head sculpt like? Did they upgrade it or?
You can't get. There's not. I haven't seen a close. Oh, there goes that beer commercial right there.
Get that out of here.
There it is. That's the one I was talking about earlier.
Yep. Yeah, that's also Premier Toys. They did
But see, now
great
you don't have to
yeah.
worry about a head sculpt here because it doesn't really have to look that much like an actor. You can.
I know, but they did such
Yeah.
a good job with this one.
Oh,
Yep,
I
they did
think
the
it's
inside
awesome.
of the mask.
It's friggin' awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, then let's just all right. Let's paint up that Mad Max then. Yeah.
Have you guys seen the Star Trek figures from X06?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
man.
Oh, yeah.
I want. Well, I'm not gonna get it, but I would love to get Mirror Spot. That would be a given.
Yeah, that one looks really good.
Have any of you guys purchased the toys? Gunslinger?
What toys?
It's the Limb Toys Gunslingers.
Oh,
from,
Limb Toys.
Their
Oh,
Redemption 2. If you haven't.
I have the
already played game.
VTS
Yeah.
Red Death. I bought the one that came out already a while back.
Sorry, guys.
I want him. I
No, I
want this
tried
one
buying
too.
that, and it's like going for like
It's
that
easy.
VTS figure is going for like 500 now.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah. I bought him early. I bought him real early.
Yeah.
dang.
Dude,
I jumped on him right away.
who does that Shogun figure?
Does that say Palm Hero? This one?
Yeah, that's my speed right there, Jack.
It's Palm Hero, I think.
Palm here.
Give me anything close to a samurai. I'm on it.
There you go.
Oh,
That
look
actually
at
looks really cool.
Look at those. Look at those. This is gorgeous,
Nice.
man.
Takeda Shingen.
And
He's 112 too.
Oh yeah, he is.
That's
that's 112.
He's a 6-inch guy too. That's pretty sweet. There you go,
Right up
man.
your alley, Elliot.
Yeah, there you go, man. Yeah, there goes my wallet. What's what do we want for this character? He's got to be what $180 or
Kenji
something.
obviously.
Look,
has a
he's 6
website, right?
inches. He's not like he's. What do you know what they're asking for?
We'll check. We'll check it out.
112. Get the heck out of here.
Shop.
The accessories are killer.
Right there. $940
I'm sorry.
in Hong Kong dollars.
Ain't happening, man.
It's Hong Kong dollar.
Ain't happening. But it's
man.
it's awesome.
He's a $120.
120
Like,
bucks.
Yeah.
And
Still out of my budget. Too bad he won't show up on some clearance in Target. Grab him then.
Oh, is he from Ghost of Tsushima?
It got me, Earl. I'm not sure. Not sure.
I haven't even finished that game.
Oh, is that a game?
Yeah, Ghost of
Well,
Tsushima.
then I would know it. I haven't played any kind of
Okay.
games in years.
Here you go. We'll take a look at it. Let's share this.
Last time I played any games was Tetris in an arcade.
Nothing wrong with that. Tetris is awesome.
Not Tetris.
it looks really good.
Tempest.
I guess.
Tempest. Okay.
Remember Tempest? Oh, it was killer, man. And you had to spin this thing and it would shoot stuff coming up the shaft. It was weird. It was one of the coolest
Takeda Shingen is a real life person.
Okay. Chrome tab. Where is
I
it?
love those accessories, man.
There
Wow.
you go. All right. There you go. Coming up
Right.
good.
That's,
See it right.
that's
Oh, I
awesome.
can magnify. Boom.
Holy moly.
Is
It's
that the
awesome.
112?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Wow.
Yeah, he's known as the Tiger of Kai. He was one of the most powerful daimyo,
hmm
an exceptional military prestige in the late stage of the Sengoku period. So,
There you go.
yeah.
Yeah, this is my wheelhouse right here, man. love this stuff.
Yeah, for 1/12, he looks pretty dang good.
Oh, they have
Either that or put them in a conical. You put any one of these guys in a conical, I'm getting them. That rating by that Mortal Kombat rating by Todd McFarlane is one of my favorite figures that I got. It is killer.
Some.
Yeah, 3%. You get a 3% discount on a full payment.
Oh, wow.
And you can earn points. Oh,
How about 10%? How about 10%? 3%? All right.
Pre-order.
Yeah, he is stunning. He is.
Well, Q1 2022.
What's that? Benjamin Sisko? Yeah. Let's see it.
Can finally get a PS5.
Yeah.
Not bad for $260.
Free shipping.
My game playing days are over.
The discs are like that big.
Now I just put on my what do you call those things?
It would be cool to get, so you could get that, like the Miles or any video game Spider-Man to come out of it. Like just put the Mysterio smoke around the bottom, have him jumping off the top of the PlayStation. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I'm not doing the games anymore. I'm doing like the virtual. I got like one of them virtual reality visors, and I can stick my iPhone in it.
There you go.
You ever seen those? Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll like watch YouTube, and I'm like, oh man, I'm sitting here with everybody.
Oh, yeah, click on that hero lawyer real quick.
No.
2.0.
Yeah, they need to. You know what they need to do with that Kingpin? They need to put him in the classic comic book black and white pinstripe suit. That's what they need.
That's all I got.
That's all I got? What?
They're not even giving you a close-up. Now, from here, it looks like Cox. Well, wait a minute.
Like, well, it's
they're working
2.0, you
on
should
it.
already
All
know
right,
what he looks like, right?
keep working. We're getting there.
There are improvements on this one.
I'm sure.
I remember somebody talking about it.
And I would assume that his glasses come off.
I guess there's going to be an updated head sculpt. The cane's going to be updated.
How do you update a cane?
I don't know. And I think the tailoring, they said it's going to be updated. I don't remember who. It may have been Will's show. I don't remember.
I am so chomping at the bit to understand the update of the cane. I really want to know. I want to call them and ask. This is pretty cool.
A Rudy Kensington figure would be amazing.
Rurouni Kenshin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just watch the film where he kills everyone in the room with a katana between his teeth and arms tied behind his back. Brutal intro.
That's cool, man. That's cool. That is so cool. Yeah, I like my heroes invincible.
Look at that.
Did you guys the styling?
What'd you say, Big? He's putting his headphones back in. Go ahead, Big.
Did you guys see the Toys Battalion Underground King figure? Yeah, it's a Kingpin, that quarter scale one, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one that's like the same size as a Hulkbuster?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... Yeah,
huge.
No thanks.
I'm telling you right now. Oh, that's got to be the one that Rob has.
Mm-hmm. Over here, I'm gonna check out where to go shop.
Let me tell you. Once again, I don't know why Todd McFarlane can get into the 6 scale.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, this Baron Harkonnen, it's 6 scale, and McFarlane just released a Swamp Thing,
Oh yeah.
it's easy 6 scale. I think they said it's like it dwarfs. It's the biggest figure McFarlane's ever made.
Dang.
It is twice the size of what was the thing that they released, that big one from the Snyderverse Batman, Darkseid.
Oh,
It towers over anything they've ever made. It's
dang.
huge. If you
That's
get
pretty
a
cool.
chance, S, see if you can find that McFarlane. He's dropping a Swamp Thing. He's way beyond 6 scale.
Oh, they got a 1/12 Leon Kennedy.
Because if
Yes.
they could,
Mhm.
my
Nice.
thing is if McFarlane can do like figures this tall and articulated, then I'm willing to pay $40 or $50. It would be my Hot Toys. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It doesn't have to have die cast. It doesn't have to have the stuff that those companies do. Just give me 6 scale McFarlane. That would be awesome. Because he would keep the price down.
Yeah.
The face sculpts would be awesome.
Hmm.
And he's already doing it. That Swamp Thing is huge.
Nice.
Okay.
Is it this one?
Okay. See. Okay. I got my finger where the Harkonnen is. That Swamp Thing is like this.
Oh, dang.
Guys. Yeah. And I was watching I was watching a video. A guy was doing a review of it, and he was standing it up next to other McFarlanes, and he was 3 times as tall.
Dang.
I want that Swamp. That's my Swamp Thing too. The only thing that's missing that McFarlane didn't do is that Swamp Thing has in the comics, his shoulders start like way up here. It's almost like his head is built into his shoulders. Here, it's almost more like a normal person. But in the old Alan Moore DC Comics, it's almost like he's got shoulders that go right into his head. But aside from that, the sculpting is, look at this sculpt.
Nice.
$33.
Dang.
Dude, that is, it's not 7 inches. That's a lie. You gotta, oh man, I wish I knew it. I wish I could share screen. I can't think of the name of that. You gotta see a reviewer. This thing, I wish they had it standing
It's
up
not,
next.
it's not that one.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but it's not 7 inches. That is way
it's bigger?
off. Dude, it's got to be at least 13, if more. There is, if you can find, oh man, let me see if I can. Because if you saw a height comparison,
I have a question.
a height comparison will blow you away. Go ahead.
Now, why doesn't he make, like, for bigger figures like that, like, why doesn't he make the base bigger? I'm trying to figure out, because I've seen with all the,
Nobody
the
knows.
previous ones, the bases were like, small like that, but like,
But see now, this picture is just, it's so deceiving, because you think that box is an average size multiverse box. No, sir. This thing is huge. If you can, find, oh, that's right. You can mute the video. Just if you could put in McFarlane Swamp Thing review, just so you can see how this thing towers. I'm telling you, for that price, you guys in the 6 scale, you might as well get this. It's articulated. The sculpting is fantastic. Look at that detail.
Do you know whose review it was?
Let me see if I can. I gotta find it because I couldn't believe how big it was. Let's see. I might have to jump over to the other channel because. Let me bring up another window.
Oh,
Here we
here.
go.
Oh, you got it?
I got it.
Hold on a second. Let me get back over here where you guys.
Yeah,
Well,
it's,
you got
11, it's 11 inches.
Oh yeah.
it looks taller. Did you find it? You didn't.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
let
got
me.
it.
Oh, you did?
Mhm.
Because I literally I watched the video this morning before I did. That's the guy.
Oh
Now,
yeah, no.
This is
if you
from
go
D Hunter's
toward,
reviews.
if you go further toward the, look at this.
Yeah.
Now that's your normal multiverse. Look.
Nice.
Yeah, looks good.
Oh, I'm getting it. And see, here's my problem. That damn Todd McFarlane. I started out collecting 3.4-inch figures. I said, I'm not going beyond that. Get into Todd McFarlane. Okay. No. Get into Marvel. Okay, I'll do 6-inch. Okay, fine. I'm stopping there. Get into Todd McFarlane. Oh, no, Todd. He's got to do 7-inch. Okay, because your stuff is so killer. Now he wants to go ahead and do 13-inch. And he's making me want to go buy it. I don't have the room for stuff this size. Todd McFarlane, leave me alone, man. But Swamp Thing, I grew up reading him, collecting him back when Alan Moore was writing him. Great story. Love this character. I got to get it. Putting in work with all the links.
Yeah,
and stuff.
looks
There you go. Yeah, Andre, we're putting
real
them to
good.
work. That's right. That's an awesome one. I got to get it. I already got some diorama waiting on him.
Nice.
Oh yeah. I know what I want to do with him.
Yeah, looked real good.
Yeah.
It's probably the best one I've seen in a while.
Have you
actually.
thought of
You don't play. Todd don't play. Was that big?
have you big what?
No, I was asking,
Have you thought of
like go ahead.
have you thought of getting the Fortnite figures he's made?
Let me tell you something. There's a few already. I want the what's the one that it looks like Catwoman. Oh man, it's hanging now in the stores. There's one that looks like a cat. It's really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can't think of its name right now.
You're a Fortnite fan, big collector?
Sort of.
Me too,
Yeah, I
because
play it most of the time.
I
That's,
find some of their figures to be so offbeat that I don't care for them.
They're cool little figures.
But then
But
they'll
I've been
come out
thinking
with
about-
something, and I'll go, wait a minute, this is a monster. So they're really hot and cold, because some of their figures like, nah, I can't take it
I've been
home.
thinking about making them in 6 scale.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Fortnite ones?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you
They-
should definitely.
Me and my boys play that game all the time. So
I gotta admit, some of their stuff is, it's gonna make it into my my sanctum sanctorium here.
Yeah, I don't play Fortnite, but I do appreciate those toys. Those are really nice. They got great articulation. The joints are nice and stiff where they can stand.
Yeah.
Those are nice figures.
Like the photography you could do with those guys would be off the
Oh
chain.
boy. Oh
Basically.
boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I tell you guys I told you guys I'm doing toy photography, right?
Yep.
Been working on that product, man. I hope to be launching it around the first of the year. I got at least one local toy and collectible show that I think I want to start the ball rolling at. Get a table. Hopefully, if not January, February after my surgery. And see, hopefully they'll pop off.
Nice.
yeah. Well, gentlemen, we've almost hit the 3-hour mark.
Oh yeah.
It's been real fun talking toys and
Yeah, man.
Spider-Man. Are you guys gonna go see it again in the theater?
I'm going to give it a shot.
Yes.
You know, I say I am, but it may not happen. But like I said, I really want to. I got to see Dune next. I really do need to see Dune.
Hmm.
But I want to see it in IMAX. I just haven't been able to find the right theater at the right time.
Will you be seeing Matrix in IMAX?
Yeah, once again, I don't know if I'm going to go to the theater to see Matrix. I'm going to see it, but I might
Same.
wait till it.
Yeah.
Is that another one that's going to be like, is it simultaneously going to be streaming, or are we going to wait a little while? Is that just theaters only?
No, it'll be on HBO Max.
Yeah, it's
There
on
you
HBO.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
That's how I'm watching it, is on HBO Max.
Yeah, well, my answer is yes. I'll be watching it. But
Too iffy of a franchise to spend the money on, I guess. If I've got
Well,
the choice,
at least not for me.
if I've got the choice, I'll watch it at home.
I gotta
If I
admit
get the
though,
DVD to enjoy it.
the special effects really do look great.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. It looks really
Yeah.
eye popping. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, before you close up shop, S-Beam, so will you be doing anything next Monday? Or are you taking a break through the stretch of the 2 holidays? How are you doing this?
No, we'll have another show on Monday, I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Okay.
We'll do. I was thinking about doing a best of figures, but
Oh, good
we'll see.
idea. I've
haven't
already
quite
got a
done-
list because I was going to do a video. That's one of the things I want to do at the beginning of the year is to launch my channel. And I was going to go ahead. And one of the first videos I was going to do was my top 10 figures for 2021. But I'd be more than happy to talk about them on the show next week if you want to.
Okay. I was thinking actually the first Monday in January. I think we might.
That'd be great. Yeah. Because I've got them pretty much, unless there's something that comes out within the next week. I looked around yesterday. I went, okay, you make the list. I'm like, oh. Then I had to have an honorable mention too because man, there's some figures I want to put on. Like, it was a tough choice, but I think you guys are going to find my choices very interesting.
Heck yeah. So yeah, definitely. If you guys create a list, top 10 figures of 2021, well, we'll just share it on the show.
Mm-hmm.
First Monday
that we
in
own
January.
or just
Own or don't own. It's whichever you.
Mine are going to be ones that I purchased this year.
So that'd be January 3rd.
So you're leaving it open. It can be purchased or non-purchased.
Purchased or
Okay.
non-purchased, that's fine. I mean,
Well,
I'm
now,
sure
if it's
I'll have a couple in
non-purchased,
there.
none of mine make it.
But they had to have been released in 21 or available for purchase in 2021.
Okay, available for purchase, but it doesn't matter when
Not
it came out.
pre-order. Not
No, but it
pre-order.
doesn't matter. Like in other words,
It had to have been
suppose it's a
released.
figure from a wave that came out 3 years ago, but you were able to buy it. No, that's a legitimate question because I got figures that have fallen into that category. I bought them this year. It doesn't mean that they were
How about we
first
do that?
released
Then?
this
How
year.
about we do their top 10 figures? We'll do both. Actually, we could do both. Top 10 figures that you bought this year, because I bought some from older figures too.
Yeah, that's what I'm
and then-
saying. If you leave it wide open, then it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we can do that.
So top 10 figures
you purchased.
purchased
throughout
or
2020.
non-purchased or both or one or the
Just-
other.
Just make it the list of 2021 for you.
Okay.
Whether you bought, whatever you bought for 2021. We'll just do it that way.
Excellent.
So yeah, January 3rd, 2 weeks. We'll do that show.
Okay. But you're still coming back next Monday.
Yep, we'll come back next Monday and we'll talk about
the
Hawkeye.
topic, or you going to think about it?
The Hawkeye.
Oh, that's
Hawkeye
right.
season
That'll be the
finale.
end. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Boy. That'll be a spirit.
I suppose January 3rd will be all about Boba too.
Yeah, Book of Boba Fett on the 29th.
When is that? When is that? When is the first episode
When
drop?
is the
29th.
29th. Yep.
Oh my God, that's right. Well,
what about Mando?
listen. Mando.
The Mando season 3.
When is that?
I think
Yeah.
that's another year.
Yeah, I
Get
think
outta
they're,
here.
Next year.
they're hoping for
Man, a
they're hoping for
year?
next year. Yeah, because
Well, if
they're
I can wait 3 years for the Orville, I guess I can wait 2 years for Mandalorian. I don't
haven't
like
binged watched
it.
that yet. I haven't binged it yet.
Oh, you have. Well, you'll get around to it,
I'll get around to it.
oh,
and
yeah.
you'll enjoy it. I think it's. I
I think
think
I
it's.
want to wait till it's closer to released, and then I can watch all of it.
Let me
Or
ask you something.
however they released it.
Are you a Star Trek fan? SB?
Yeah. I grew up on Star Trek Next Generation.
That's why.
I kind of
Why.
fell off after that ended.
But see, that is why you're probably going to like the Orville, because when you watch it, because actually Seth MacFarlane came
Oh, yeah.
to them with he wanted to do Star Trek.
Hmm.
And they said, what are you doing? So okay, I'll do Orville. But he literally patterned the Orville after the Next Generation version of Star Trek. So that's
Nice.
where you're gonna you'll recognize things.
Nice.
Well, I
And
even
there's
went back.
some
I
really
watched the
cool
original.
surprises. There's some cool surprises that connect.
Nice.
Yeah.
I went back and watched the original. That was fun. That
Next
was fun ride.
Generation.
No, the original Star Trek. I
Yeah.
went back and watched all of it. It was great. 3 seasons, but
Well, here you go. Look.
well,
Let
and
me
like
show you
half
something.
the animated stuff.
Let me see if I can. Starfleet Command. OG.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the OGs, baby.
Yearbook.
That's the cool thing about it. It's Starfleet Yearbook, yeah. Because it says at the top, it even has the date.
Nice.
It says class of 66.
That's awesome.
But, oh, man. Grew up be a huge Star Trek fan. Star Trek, Star Wars. But, like I said, I've been away a long time. So some of you guys coming up, you have a lot more knowledge than I do because I was out of the picture for so long. So, yeah.
Well, sounds good. I want to thank you guys for coming on to the show. I want to thank everyone who came in and watched and listened and joined in on the conversation. It's very much appreciated. I mentioned on my last live video that at 100 subscribers, we will be giving away gift cards for Sideshow to celebrate 100 subscribers because we're super close. I think I'm still at 92. I think I gained 2 since the last live video, which is cool. I'm very appreciative of that. That's awesome. Thank you. So, yeah. Does anybody have anything they want to announce while they're still here? Do they have anything coming up?
Well, I'll save myself for I guess the new year. Right now, everything is kind of, being worked out. Paperwork, and then it costs money to get out a new product. So, those kind of things got to get finalized. But yeah, so hopefully the beginning of the year, maybe when we come back for that top 10, top 20 figures, I'll have a little bit more to throw at you guys.
Sounds good.
Big Collector, you down for next week too?
Yep.
Awesome. All right. Well, me and my brother will be here next
Okay,
Monday.
guys. Well, hey, everybody have a safe and happy holiday.
You too, man. Happy holidays to all of you watching. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. Be safe, be healthy, and we'll catch you on the next one.